What do 200cc world records look like in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? I went through the 150cc world records in the past, but never the 200cc world records. This was a mixture of periods of confusion. What the heck is that?
Can he not trick off the... What?
To amazement.
But our first up. Whoa! Whoa! Wait! Oh, that was cool. Updated by the time that. Oh my god!
To standing ovations, to time trial insights, monologues, and more. Prior to this, I've only seen around 20 to 30 tracks in passing previously, so the majority of this is completely blind. Buckle up because there's a ton to go through. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it's Made here, and welcome for primarily, as mentioned, a blind reaction to the 200cc world records in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And as you guys may have seen my prior reaction series video to 150cc records here around 1 or 2 years ago, that's what I already know. And since then, I've actually played a little bit of time trial myself, but on only 150cc. So I'm prepared for some surprises here. I think this will deliver, I hope so, for our 200cc records. So let's kick it off here in Mario Kart Stadium. We have, looks like a fresh sub here on the streets here, 106993 on Mario Kart Stadium, and this is by Genzua. So let's relax here, because as you're gonna see, this is probably gonna be a couple of hours of reaction here. So get some snacks, get some drinks. I'm probably gonna be, you know, entertainment here for a couple of your lunch breaks, who knows. So yeah, let's see what we got cooking here in the 200cc deluxe streets. So if I were to speculate anything on a lot of these tracks, I'm assuming that the glider strats are going to be more broken just for the nature of having 200cc. Like that looks like you're... I always love when the cart just tilts like that for a prolonged period of time. I always think that's so amusing. At least from my memory, that's definitely like a more exaggerated... Huh? Wait. What? Huh? What was it? Wait. I'm confused. I was in one giant monologue, but now I've lost my train of thought. Why'd they use a shroom in their lap too? Is it because the boost would be going into the end of lap 3 across the... What? What? Huh? I'm so confused. Why is that? All right. Educate me in the comments, please. So, why is that? Well, alright, if I were to speculate on anything, I understand why that's probably a finishing strat, I guess. But, oh my gosh. Alright, clearly that's the fastest strat, but still, this confuses me when, like, you use the shroom in one spot, but then, like, why couldn't you modify? I'm just gonna watch this again. I'm already confused. All right, looks like you're landing on the finish line with the shroom and you time it right. So I get why you're doing the lap 3 strat. But wouldn't it be faster to do, I guess, shroomless glider strat, like the lap 3 one on all 3 laps, and do this mushroom on all 3 laps? Clearly, I'm new to the 200cc scene here, so please educate me in the comments. Next up, we have Water Park. We have Alberto hitting the scene here, one of the all-time GOATs of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And of course, our Alberto is no stranger to 200cc as well, it seems. So let's see what we got cooking here on Water Park. Again, I remember my monologue from the first track, but I'm assuming that a lot of the changes from 150cc to 200cc is going to be the glider strats, just for the nature of how much faster you're going to. So I'm expecting some busted shortcuts or corner cuts at the very least for a lot of these 200cc records here. So let's see what we got here. Oh my god. I'm actually curious for how close you're going to like the fall boundary to out of bounds boundary when you're doing that, actually doing that maneuver there. Also, I want to shout out Shortcat, by the way, because Shortcat uploaded this amazing just overall guide for different techniques and strategies and everything else in Deluxe, and I could tell that to make that kind of video takes so much time and effort to do that. So I really learned a lot too when watching that when he first uploaded that. I'll leave that linked in the description down below too, in case you guys are living under a rock and haven't watched a shortcut video before. But yeah, I'm a bit more brushed up on some techniques within the game. But yeah, Water Park seemed pretty crazy with those ending glider strats. Next up, we have Sweet Sweet Canyon. We have a 120 by Technical. Let's go. And let's see what strats we got cooking up here on the 200cc streets for Sweet Sweet Canyon. If I were to predict anything, I wonder if the Shroom strategy is going to be different than 150cc. Because at least in my memory, you're using the Shroom at the end on 150. So I wonder if you can use 200cc to your advantage and maybe do that Shroomless and use your Shroom elsewhere. So let's see what we got cooking here. Things looking pretty nice and clean so far. Alright, I'm curious. What's going to be happening here? Alright, you're still using the Shroom. Okay. Alright. It's going to be fun to like predict what I think the major changes will be between the CCs and everything. There has to be certain tracks where 200cc allows like a busted cut of some degree for a certain track, so I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. But everything is looking really awesome so far, and I'm also curious too. So obviously when the DLC came out, that really started to change the character stats and categorically just, you know, just the older WRs that were so strong, they just fell, right? I wonder if it was the same exaggerated result on the 200cc records. I'm assuming it was. I'm assuming most of the long-term records were also broken for 200cc with the character balancing changes. So also let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to know what has been the most major significant changes between both CC classes, and if it has been less impactful on 150cc versus 200cc, or if it's more you know, busted just collectively across the board. I'm very curious. Thwomp Ruins, we have it by Alberto, a mid 115 here, and let's see what we got again cooking up on this track. I'm assuming there has to be something different at the end here. Also, what's this card again? Let's see. It's the Mach 8. Okay. To my memory, this is basically like the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe equivalent of the Spear. Like, it's very high speed and probably hard to use. Oh, that looks so crazy already. What in the world? Oh my gosh. Let's see. I feel like there has to be something busted at the end of these corners here. Am I wrong? Let's see. Nice. Oh, what the heck is that? What just happened? See, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember that being a thing for 150cc. What even happened? Did he hit something? Was he ejected from a wall? Let's hold on. What is that supposed to be? I'm so confused. What? Hello? What? That has to be hitting like an... If I were to speculate, it looks like you're hitting an invisible boundary, and I guess the drift, like to the right to left drifts you're doing, those two combining is just slingshotting you. What? What was that? What was that? What? Mind blown. Next up, good old Mario Circuit. We have a mid 112 by Japanese player Marissa. Let's see what we got cooking here. Looks like another Mach 8 record. I'm so perplexed, guys. Like, what even happened on Thwomp Ruins? Please educate me in the comments, because that was so cool. I wonder if there's going to be anything really crazy on Mario Circuit. Maybe at the very end of the lap, possibly with the ramp. Let's see. Also, the first Mii record. I'm forgetting the details at this point. Were any of the Miis affected by the character rebalancing things like that with the DLC? Because I honestly forget. But either way, it's cool that the Mii is having a record here, honestly. I don't think you really see that all that often. At least my primary game is Mario Kart Wii, and the heavy Mii is like a slight degree less than Funky Kong. You can still race pretty well like in online races, but for time trial, it's just a hair slower. So I wonder what the actual result is here. Also, I'm assuming that little mini corner gap that they're doing there, maybe the airtime is not free every time. I'm assuming there's a lot of other things I'm not going to be picking up on for 200cc exclusive techniques and strategies here, but that looks like really, really strong to me. I don't know how much more you can exactly cut off of that, but that was a really impressive record. Toad Harbor. Looks like we have the first sub 126 here by Nanu. So let's see what we got going on here on Toad Harbor. If I were to assume anything, I would think probably the middle part of the lap is probably the hardest to drive overall. Just because, at least from my interpretation, how even when I play at 150cc trying the time trial, like the many parts of the track in the middle is pretty narrow as it is, and it's hard for me as a beginner to really navigate this whole part here. So let's see what they do here. All right, well, I love how that looks like the most simplest thing, but when I play it, it's anything but that. Especially for 200cc, I could only, start to speculate here. But yeah, let's see. All right, so they used 2 shrooms in the first lap. Let's see where they're going to opt to use the last shroom as their fastest option here. But again, like even when I do this on 150cc, again, it's probably just my inexperience showing here, but that was always a hard part to navigate. The rest of the track doesn't seem all that bad to try and navigate. If I were to remember too, I think they actually used the ramp on the downward slope on 150cc, but it looks like they're opting to not do that on 200cc. It's always interesting because also in Mario Kart Wii 200cc records there as well, sometimes there are certain ramps or certain things you just omit it or just skip it just because you're on 200cc and it's not really fast to use it at all compared to 150cc. So again, I'm assuming you're skipping that ramp because you're on 200cc and not 150. But overall, that was a really awesome record. Looks like the first 121 is coming in here for Twisted Mansion. This is by Grace. And I'm really interested to see what strategies are going to be employed here. Because I think the middle part of the lap with the glider, I feel like there has to be something busted there, just by my assumption. And another Mii record again. So let's see what we got cooking here. Okay. And also, obviously, since I've really learned since my first time doing this, like almost, I think it's 2 years ago, is when I reacted to the 150cc records. But again, coin management and trying to get as many coins as possible early on is kind of your best bet. To be driving as fast as possible at the highest speed for most of the race. So already at 10 coins here. So we're going to do the cut here. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. And also it is the first bike record that we got going on here too, which is interesting to see. That takes the corner so close, and also just that whole exaggerated like little the angle of it. Oh, it looks so cool. And I'm sure this is just way harder to actually race it on 200cc than what meets the eye just watching it here with you all, But yeah, it's just cool how you're starting the drift kind of gradually, then you're kind of cutting in all in one foul swoop. And man, I'm sure just by pixels you're missing the hitbox for the walls there. This looks amazing, and just barely getting out the first 121. That was great. Shy Guy Falls, a mid 125 by Army, another legend of Deluxe. Let's see what we got cooking here for this track. Luigi makes his grand return here. I think the second Luigi record so far, I believe. I think Luigi we also saw on Water Park, I believe. So let's see what different strats are going to be on this track. And again, as mentioned, out of all the tracks, I've only seen 200cc records maybe like 20 or so, or 30 at most. I haven't really seen 200cc in quite a long time. So again, this is mostly completely blind. Also, just not taking the upper route. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that has to be so hard. Like, that looks like it's such a basic corner there. But now that I've actually started a time trial this game since my first video, even just a 150cc, this understanding the mechanics a little bit more, like, that has to be just a hard curve and shroom to do to control your vehicle overall. So yeah, again, just opting the land immediately. Shroomless cut here. Take the dude. Oh my god. Again, probably for the most experienced players, probably one of the most simplest shroom spots. I have no idea. But again, at least from how I can understand a little bit more with playing the game a bit more intently for time trial, I would think that's a tricky one to get down for sure. I could also assume why you're not taking the upper route here is because just to go from the upper route to here is probably just way too hard in 200cc and it's just not really fast at all. But that was an awesome run. That was really good. Sunshine Airport, we have a 127.7 by Alberto. And also let me know in the comments, what is some of your favorite 200cc records? And also, what are some of your favorite tracks just to play 200cc on? Because I'm sure the answer may change. So maybe you like watching certain times on 200cc, but actually playing it yourself might be a different answer. So let me know. I'm curious. So that looks insane. Like, I've had this, out of all the tracks, I've done this one a bit more than most of the others, at least on 150cc. I also just love how the bike is just so articulated that way. I think this looks so cool. It's awesome. But yeah, I definitely spent probably the most time on my 150cc record here on this track. But yeah, this shroom looks ridiculous. Like, I don't know how they're managing that. Like, I'm just going to say again, like, now that I've started to actually do time trial for the game on and off when I can the past 1 or 2 years, I definitely really appreciate the mechanics of the game a lot more. And there's definitely a good amount of depth to it. And I'm sure there's even more depth to it on the 200cc side of racing as well. I'm sure there's some basic transfer of knowledge, but you have to really, manage things a lot more precisely on 200cc because you're just going so fast. You have to react much faster and just be that much more precise and crisp with your movements. But this looks like a really clean record overall. Well done. Dolphin Shoals, we have a 121.8 also by Alberto. And just kind of cruising the World Records site, it looks like the majority of the tracks are still either Teddy Buggy or the Ink Striker for a lot of these. But still some odd ones here and there, like the Streetle here. I think this might be the only Streetle record actually. For 200cc, let's see. Now it also has Dry Dry Desert. Let's see what else. Man, this list is so long. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna save the rest of that for later. Oh my gosh. It's funny because I used to Streetle a lot when I was first trying to learn just mechanics of the game until I unlocked the Teddy Buggy and other carts and vehicles. So the Streetle has a special place in my heart. But yeah, what in the world is happening here? Just floating all over the place. Also, you guys are probably gonna laugh, but trying to do the tricks on the eel and stuff, I always would fall off myself. I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong here? But yeah, that shroom looks so busted. Like, you're just traveling so far. And obviously with the whole motion control thing, where when you're in the glider and you pause and you enable the motion control and the whole winding, bending thing, that thing still throws me for a loop. Like, there's just so much micromanagement of different types of ways to race as fast as possible in the game, and I can definitely appreciate it for sure. Like, this just looks so crazy, my god, and the race is already over. Incredible. We have Electrodrome. We have a 121.669 by Alberto once more. This is with the Ink Striker now.
Let's see what 200cc is going to deliver on this track. And to my memory, there was something super busted that happens on this track on 150cc. So I wonder if it's even more crazy on 200cc. So I am curious. So I remember something was super busted here last time when I watched on 150cc. Let's see what 200cc has. I'm just in anticipation right now. Is it even more exaggerated here or what? Let's see. Yo! Dude, it like almost sent your vehicle backwards. Oh man, I'm pretty sure that was a 150cc thing as well, but nowhere near as exaggerated as that. Oh my god. Let's watch this again. No, it's only on one lap? No. Well, to be fair, that has to be probably the hardest thing, I'm sure, as to why it's just on one lap. Unless this does it lap 3? Who knows? I have no context for splits, so I know sometimes if you do a hard strat lap 1 and skip a lap 2, but lap 2 is really bad, you're just going to try and go for it all lap 3. Do you do it here or no? Again? Okay. It puts you out of bounds. Oh, that is great. Oh, that won the best. Seriously. Alberto is back once more on Mount Wario. Looks like a fresh 114 on the Mount Wario streets here. So, let's see. King Boo. Gotta represent King Boo. One of the best Nintendo characters ever, in my opinion. Alright, so using the shroom right at the very start. Also, I'm sorry this is so bright. It's even so bright too on my TV screen, so sorry about that. This is a little bit better now, actually. Man, this has to be so hard to see. It's going down some giant mountain here. Nice. I'm wondering why you shroom there, though. Can't you just do that shroomless? I mean, that just looks crazy. Sorry, my head for a loop here. All these different angles and such. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. But yeah, let me know. Why wouldn't you do that, like, corner cut shroomless at the beginning and save your shroom? Ooh, looks like you bounced off the mountain there. Like a little boost. That's pretty neat. Alright, if I had an extra mushroom here just entertaining this, where else would I use it? I mean, in the S-bend here maybe, just to go super fast? I don't know. This me speculating here. Unless you just use it on the snow before the finish line, maybe. Oh, that's an interesting hop there. I wonder if that was like a speed hop or something interesting there. I don't know. All right, or just do a shroomless. Okay, that's a thing. Probably like rocking back and forth right before you get into the snow, so you get airtime over it based on your speed. Maybe, possibly. Is my inner Mario Kart intuition shining here, or what? Maybe. Cloudtop Cruise, again by Alberto, a 128.7. Back here with the me. I wonder what busted strats could possibly happen here on Cloudtop Cruise. This recently came to Retro Rewind for Mario Kart Wii, and there's a busted shortcut you can do on that version of Mario Kart Wii, so I wonder what's going to be on this track native to the game here on 200cc. Looking pretty tame right now. Let's see here. See what else we got cooking. Also, I'm sure like you're just pixeling the boost ramp there to really not hit the lightning there. That has to be much harder to do than just watching it. But yeah, that's a little, I guess, a little boost tricking that you're doing. Let's see what else you got here. 10 coins now. Okay. All right. Oh, I was literally about to say, I was wondering even like on lap 1, like why you wouldn't use the mushroom when you land from there, because you're going so slow out of that cannon there. So they actually do it then. Again, my Mario Kart intuition is shining a little bit. I appreciate that. Look at that little MT boost tricking off of there. Nice, nice, nice. And yeah, I think especially for 200cc, you're trying to be
as fast as possible on average at any one time. So look at how slow you're getting there outside of the cannon. So I would assume that's why they're using their mushroom there, just to get back out the top speed as quick as possible. So yeah, this is a really great record overall. What happened there? Was that like a stunted trick, or did a second trick even come out? I'm confused. Either way, that was sick. Bone Dry Dunes, we have a low 119 by Panda. Let's go, Panda. I saw Panda as well, plenty on the 150cc records. So let's see what Panda's going to deliver for us here on 200cc Bone Dry Dunes. Honestly, this has to be probably one of my favorite tracks out of any Mario Kart, believe it or not. I think just the theming and just how this plays is just really cool. They also made this as a custom track in Mario Kart Wii, which I also enjoyed that one too. But again, the original here from Mario Kart 8 is really, really cool. And I think it's one of the best soundtracks too for an OST for this track. Nice, nice. Okay, looking pretty good here. Also, I noticed that lap 1 too, so it looks like they're getting a little bit of airtime off the lip to not hit the dirt right away. And that, I think that definitely has to be a consequence of doing 200cc based on your rate of speed. Also, I think underrated, but just the sand terrain just has to make this so much harder to really navigate and perform, especially in the middle there. Like, that's what also is a really cool strat, because you're skipping some on the dirt, you're landing, releasing your MTs, you're accelerating out of the dirt, using dirt there to kind of cut down your drift a little bit to have a tighter angle. Like that, my speculation, that turn that we just passed is probably the hardest turn. That and then doing the shroom. I think those are the two of the hardest 200cc strats. Just watching this blind. That's my interpretation from how I'm gathering and watching this. So 200cc legends, let me know if I'm on the right track here in the comments. Bowser's Castle, mid 125 by Vincent. Also saw Vincent as well on the 150cc records. I believe Vincent may have had Maple Treeway, I think, for 150cc. And now we're here on Bowser's Castle and looking at the WR site. Looks like Vincent has both categories on lock, which is really cool. It's cool to see when players lock down both categories for a track. So let's see what 200cc Bowser's Castle delivers. Looks like you're already skipping one of the ramps there. That's cool. Let's see if, is there... Whoa! What was that? What? Hello? Also, that was a really cool glider strat. Kind of scooping up that way. Oh, the upper level. I don't think you do the upper level on 150cc either. That's different. Again, I had to watch this again. Does he do it lap 2? If the wave makes you... I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired, even though it's midday, but am I looking at that the right way? It looks like he's getting propelled. Am I losing my mind? I might be. I don't know. I have to watch this again if he does a lap 3. It just looks like, because I don't think, is he releasing his MT in the air? Let me look really closely at this. Okay, all right. So partially from the MT, but is that also like a Thwomp Ruins type of thing where you're just colliding with something? That's what it looks like to me. It looks like a slight little jolt to it. But again, it could be just being sleep deprived. I don't know, possibly. But again, also underrated that he's skipping one of the ramps there at the beginning here, propelling with the MT and the trick boost to go over that ramp. I'm sure that saves a decent amount of time every lap just to skip this ramp here. Watch this again. Yeah, to propel all the way over that, I'm sure that has to save at least probably a couple 100 milliseconds per lap if I were to speculate anything. Rainbow Road, 131.433 by Technical once more. Let's go, Technical. Let's see what Rainbow Road has for us on 200cc. If I were to predict anything, I'm thinking that maybe the ending little figure 8 kind of skip that you do. You could probably cut a bit more off of that. Apart from that, I'm not sure what else they're going to be able to do compared to 150cc. Let's see what we got cooking here.
That drift was so precise. That was great. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm curious. Okay. Alright, you cut a decent amount off of there. So, oh, looks like maybe you did a little bit of brake drifting there just to maintain that purple MT and not go right into the wall if I were to predict anything. Also, I'm curious if they choose to shroom after the cannon. I don't think they will. Let's see. Oh, they do. Wow. Oh, man. Okay. So, the reason why I was predicting that they wouldn't is because that curve, it just happens so fast where I'm like, maybe you would just fall off the edge from shrooming there. Because Cloudtop Cruise makes a lot more sense where you're not, there's no immediate out of bounds there, you know what I mean? But again, just look at this. Like, just look at how close you are. Like this strip is so short. Like, look at this. Yeah, you're barely not falling off. If you notice there too, because I pick up on it, he was entering really far left to the cannon to have the most like tight angle possible with the shroom boost. So I think that's probably the way they do it, to not do any brake drifting and also not to fall off at all. If you're to go through the cannon in the center there or too far to the right and you try and shroom, I bet you either you fall off or you have to slow down too much where it's not really worth it. But that's really impressive. That's probably, if I were to guess, that's probably one of the hardest techs to do on the track here, to maintain that, just to not completely fall off the track. Because again, look at how short this strip is here. Obviously they don't do a lap 1, but again, that's a really impressive curve. That's what I can deduce so far from watching here. Got Moo Moo Meadows here by Albert, not Alberto, but by Albert. Let's go. Let's see what Moo Moo Meadows here has in store for us compared to native Wii Moo Moo Meadows. And I'm pretty confident I remember what 150cc looks like for this game for Moo Moo Meadows. Again, just using the shroom right here in the very beginning to get that top speed right away here. And let's see what else we got cooking here. Are you gonna do the ramp here at all? Okay, maybe they do laps 2 and 3 possibly, because again you're going for the coins, so that makes sense. Let's see. All right, now you're at 10 coins. So nice little grass cut. Nice shroom. So what do you do here? Do you still omit the ramp? You use it. Okay. Without a trick, or without a trick? I guess that's not a glider ramp. I don't think it is. Another grass cut again, maybe. Nice. Every little bit counts on these tracks. Just very small things like that. They really add up at the highest level for sure. Nice. That was really precise. Really nice. Well done. GBA Mario Circuit. That's like barely getting the sub 1 minute time here. And hopefully I'm pronouncing their name correctly. It's Sturft L. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly here. And let's see what we got on this track. Personally, one of my favorite tracks out of all Mario Karts 2. I think Nintendo just did a really nice job with this track here, especially bringing this to Deluxe. I think they really reimagined this track really nicely, honestly. So let's see what strats we got cooking on this track. It just barely missing the oil slick, by the way. Nice. Okay. Nice little corner cut here. Also, what I noticed there too is the initial launch off with the main turbo, but then a really nicely timed hop right when you hit the grass, probably just to be slowed down as minimally as possible. That way you're getting back to the main road as fast as possible to have your rate of speed be higher. So I'm sure if you have that be like a lazy hop where you're hopping too late, you're probably being slowed down too much. Maybe you can't do a strat at all. I'm just kind of speculating here. That was a nice shroom. Nice. Beautiful. This is a really sick run by my eyes, so job well done. We have Cheap Beach here. Alberto is here once more. This is with the land ship. Interesting. I don't remember ever watching a record with this vehicle before. So let's see what this record has in store for us. Also, too, if you guys enjoy just kind of just, you know, analytical reaction type of stuff to records and Mario Kart in general, I would highly recommend to watch the video that I did recently going through all 200 plus Mario Kart Wii custom track world records. It's over 8.5 hours long, and it really delivers too for custom tracks in Mario Kart Wii. So if you've never seen that before, you're in for a real treat. But yeah, everything here is looking top notch here as per usual with Alberto's Racing here. And I think it's just so fitting that the land ship is used here just for this beach track. It's just so on brand, you know? But I'm sure just weaving behind all the trees and everything is definitely a lot harder to do as opposed to just watching it here. Let's see what else here. Yeah, I'm assuming that's also another motion glider type of strat that they're doing there too. I'm assuming anytime you have a glider, even for a very short period of time, they have to be using motion glider. I'm just assuming so at this point. But yeah, looks like very nice main turbo management here. All the cornering here. Ooh, a little saucy there. That was nice. Let's go. Nice. That was swag. Awesome job. That was great. All right, Toast Turnpike, almost a 114. I think this is actually like a brand new world record. Maybe it was just set today because it's not updated on the world records page as of yet. So I do not know how to pronounce their name. Sorry about that, but we will include that in the description as well. And I'm sure it'll be updated by the time that... Oh my god! I'm pretty sure that was the same way on the 150cc record, if I remember correctly. But man, like... Oh, that's ultimate bragging rights. Yeah, I can race a world record just not seeing the road. Like, okay, like what? Oh, dude. Jeez, man. Ooh, okay. That was nice. Oh, dude, just any type of blind curve like that just completely blows my mind. Like, it makes sense why they did it just on lap 1, because you can afford to reset on lap 1 the first curve. But oh, again, oh my god, dude. Oh, it may just be like any other thing for anyone else watching it, but for me, I freak out in the best way possible watching that, because that's just so cool. But again, that's what's required to shade down literally 2-3 milliseconds per one curve. So probably a lot more of that to come for the first 111 eventually. Dry Dry Desert, 116.8 by Panda. Another Streetle world record coming in here. So let's see what we have on Dry Dry Desert. And I really have enjoyed how they remade this track as well for Mario Kart 8. They really outdid themselves on this track. So let's see. Also, the wheels look interesting. What wheels are these? Let's see. Dry Dry Desert. Retro off-road wheels. I knew those looked different for sure. I've never used those before. So that's interesting. Can you not trick off the... What? Alright. 2 points of confusion. One being, can't you trick off the side of the ending round parts there? Also, that's so sick. That was really cool, Shroom. But, alright. Can you not trick off of this here? But then what happened there? Was that like propelling off the tree with your MT, but you don't get slowed down enough where you can drift out of the sand? That was a mouthful. But also, that Shroom is sick. I wonder if that's just a consequence of the wheel and the cart combination where you can just take the ending like this. It could be me also naturally just looking too deep into a mechanic, you know? Because again, I've done a little bit of 150cc time trial now on and off in the past 1 to 2 years, but I've done nothing for any 200cc related time trial or racing fast yet. So I'm welcome to have all the education and clarifications in the comments. Donut Plains 3, low 55 rather, by Gen Zua. And as some people may know, I am a big Donut Plains enthusiast. I appreciate all the Donut Plains tracks throughout Mario Kart's time span. So let's see what we got cooking here. Ooh, interesting first mushroom. Oh, dude, I was so prepared for them to go. What? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is great. This whole sequence is bizarre. Let's watch it again. Oh, dude. Then here, right? I guess it's only lap 1 to get the coins there, right? Dude, my mind is getting blown. Like, this is great. All right. Barely getting the shroom there. Oh, that has to be so hard to do. Oh, if only you did that maneuver all 3 laps like you did lap 1 for the coins, because that was awesome. And just doing a little cheeky little corner grass cut at the end there as well. That was probably one of my favorite records. That was really cool. And again, as mentioned, I was really halfway expecting them to somehow make it over the brick wall there. But still, breaking this game is almost impossible. But who knows? Maybe in the future, some really big cuts can possibly happen with breaking this game. I actually want to give them proper credit, because there is some checkpoint things that recently happened. I want to give them the proper shout out here. Yes, YouTube channel Jopes. They uploaded a video called How Mario Kart 8's Checkpoints Were Finally Broken. This was a really, really well made video. I'm going to leave that in the description as well. So I know it's just, checkpoints and things like that, but it's starting to have some steam for, doing things just to try and break the game. So who knows, maybe in a couple of years, maybe there'll be some ultra shortcuts or something like that for Deluxe here. That'll be very exciting to see. Royal Raceway, we have a low 123 here. Vincent is out to bat once more. Looks like Vincent also has both categories on lock for Royal Raceway. Very impressive stuff. And Teddy Buggy is back here once more on the prowl. So let's take a gander for 200cc gameplay on Royal Raceway. Skipping those coins there, that is interesting. Only 1 coin so far, 2 coins. Not taking the ramp. Okay. I wonder why they omit the first 3 coins in the first turn, because that's just so free right at the very first curve. I guess you are at almost 10 now. Okay. I guess just to take that curve a little bit wider, just the net outcome is still slower having those 3 extra coins before the end of lap 1. So yeah, always interesting to see what actually ends up being the fastest thing to do. Also let me know too, I'm actually really curious about this especially. So for both 150 and 200cc, how often, if at all, do the coin routes actually change? Because I'm assuming that coin routes, at least from what I can speculate, they're probably established pretty early on. I feel like if a new combo is used, like a new strat or something, then of course maybe a new coin strategy is developed. But let's say when it's established for a while, how often does it actually change, if at all? I'm quite curious. DK Jungle looking like the first 126 here by Japanese player F. And let's see what we got cooking on this track. I've been playing this track a bit more recently as a custom track in Mario Kart Wii for a time trial series that I do called Online Time Trial. If you guys don't know, Mario Kart Wii is an awesome game. A lot of custom game modes. An awesome custom game mode is called Online Time Trial, where you can actually do time trials online in a race, a 1 try versus other players. It's super cool. I've done 2 series so far on it. I'll link both of those down below. But I definitely chatted with some Deluxe players as well. And also Mario Kart DS players and other Mario Kart time trialers at large, and they're all pretty jealous of the online time trial game mode that Mario Kart Wii has.
I hope for the new Mario Kart, maybe they're in tune with their audience and their player base, Nintendo, and they make something similar to online time trial. But it's just so much fun and so exhilarating. So this has a pretty busted shortcut in the Mario Kart Wii CT, which is why I mentioned all of that. But still, these massive like little mushroom bounces there are insane, and that whole sequence there, I think that's be the hardest sequence of the entire track, from what I can speculate there. The giant grass cut, the shroom, it looks like you're almost bouncing up to that ramp there in the middle of the lap. That has to be so precise to do. So this whole record has been really impressive. Also looks like they were omitting the last trick there. I wonder if that's on purpose or they just missed it overall, but maybe just that little bit lower airtime you're getting probably from that tricking is probably faster on lap 3 if I were to speculate anything. Wario Stadium, we have it by Pi here with a low 121 here. Let's see what we have here on this track for 200cc. And I believe in my 150cc video, I also shouted out Pi at the time for his awesome video on Ribbon Road. That's still such an amazing video that you guys should definitely watch, and I'm going to leave that down in the description there as well. So let's see what we have here on 200cc on this track. I'd say this track definitely throws me for a loop whenever I play it, especially for the ending here. I feel like I do everything categorically wrong whenever I play the ending part here. Just because all the little jaggy like little ramps and stuff, it feels pretty awkward for me. I don't know if any of the other players in the player base kind of feels that way about this part of the track in general. Rest of the track is pretty cool, but the ending is just so tricky and it feels pretty awkward. But this little corner cut here is nice. I saw that there from lap 1. Let's see what you're doing here. Off the ramp. Okay. So it looks like what they're doing there is they're getting enough distance to land in the drift on the non-ramp part at the very top, and then like taking like their drift very tight, and that way they're kind of gliding down to that shroom spot. And I assume you're probably going to get higher airtime going for the actual zipper ramp, like right there in the middle there, where you're probably going to overshoot where you're trying to land, which is not going to be faster at all. But yeah, that. Such a sick run there, man. Seriously, I didn't see anything significantly out of place or not up the standard there, so that was a really nice run. GCN Sherbet Land, we have a low 116 by Alberto once more. And I wonder if the ending is going to be the hardest part compared to the beginning part on 200cc. I'm curious. Also, I'm probably a broken record at this point, but I just think, especially all the retros in this game, they did such an amazing job like remaking all of them. Not only for the music on them, but just visually, it's just so impressive. I also just love how on brand the white Yoshi is here for this track. Looks awesome. So let's see here. This looks pretty tame. I don't know why I thought the second half of the track would be harder than the first half, honestly. Maybe just for the ice physics of it all. I'm not really too sure. But let's see. What else is cooking here on this track? Well, I know they used a shroom at the very beginning on lap 1. It's just interesting to see how like when certain tracks calls for that beginning shroom at the very start of lap 1 to be at top speed right away, versus what other tracks it deems it to be more appropriate to not do that and to accelerate right from the start and use their mushroom elsewhere. This looks really great here. I would even like, I'm a little bit surprised they wouldn't be doing more corner cuts in the middle there, but I think to have like a recovery angle too, and I guess because the hill is just a little bit too high where you probably get a little bit of airtime, but you're probably going to be clipping the snow too soon. But either way, that was an awesome Sherbet Land World Record. Music Park, Alberto once more. This uses is called the Silver Arrow. So I think this is the only track that has it. I'm looking through the site right now. Yeah, I think this is the only track that uses this vehicle. Interesting. Another shroom at the beginning of the track.
I think this is another Mach 8-esque type of vehicle here. Ooh. Oh man, I'm sure there's a lot of brake drifting on this track, especially on the little note piano keys over there. Let's see what the ending's gonna bring us. Let's see. Interesting. So it looks like they're using a little bit of their boost to kind of bounce over a part of the grass and still not be slowed down enough where they can't drift out of it. I'm pretty sure this game also acts the same way, but I think you probably have to be at a certain speed with your vehicle to be able to initiate a drift. I'm pretty sure this game also functions that way. So again, it's trying to have as minimal of a slowdown as possible. This would be going at the highest rate of speed as possible on average, but also again, just to not lose too much time doing that type of off-road cut. Again, it's all just the very small details that really make the truest difference. Also, that trick was so high. What in the world? I wonder if that's intentional for lap 3 compared to the other first 2 laps. I wonder, because the first 2 laps wasn't that high at all, unless lap 3, that was definitely the highest trick. I wonder if that was on purpose, just to try and go above the musical notes. Maybe that was the issue, where it was just the pace that he was on where he had to do that. Again, maybe me looking into it too much, but just one thing that I noted in the run. Yoshi Valley looks like the first 123 by Alberto with the pipe frame. Interesting. Also, I'm all over the place. Well, I wonder what vehicle is used the most. It looks like I'm still seeing a lot of Teddy Buggy and Biddy Buggy. That's 2 of the main ones, and also Ink Striker for a lot of these. I wonder what's like the most optimal or ideal vehicle combo when you're racing online for 200cc. What's the option of choice for that compared to a time trial sense? But yeah, Yoshi Valley, just absolute classic of a Mario Kart track from the original and now back here in Deluxe. Also has a custom track in Mario Kart Wii. It's definitely a lot of fun for sure. Has a little corner cut in the Mario Kart Wii custom track version on this curve over here. You can do a little shortcut on it. I'm sure though, if you were to try that in Deluxe, it probably can't see out of bounds like that in 0.2 seconds, unfortunately. Actually, I have another curious question for you guys. Those of you that really main this game and are true, invest into the game. If you could have any shortcut on any track with like no fall boundary, what would you choose? Like, would you want no fall boundary on that curve there and do a little corner cut there? Like, if it was your choice to have the game not as restrictive, what would make it more fun for you? Also, that Shroom Lab 3 looked way more busted than the first 2 laps by my eye. But yeah, I think it's always fun just to try and just dream up. If you were to change the track yourself, if you had no restrictions, what changes would you want on certain tracks? You know what I mean? So definitely let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. Now we have TTC. We have a 112.799 by Army once more. Let's go, Army. Let's see what 200cc strats are in store for us for TTC. And looks like a pipe frame is being used more readily here, these past couple that I've noticed. Ooh, that was a nice strat. What else? What else you got here for us, fella? Let's see. Ooh, not going for the glider ramp. Interesting. Oh man, that was so precise. Nice, okay. I'm wondering why they didn't do the glider ramp. Did it omit it again? They do. Interesting. I guess whatever motion glider you could do is just simply not fast enough compared to not going for it on 200cc. Also, it looks like they did a purple MT there at the end of lap 2, but not the end of lap 1. Interesting. Interesting. No ramp again? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I'm actually pretty curious as to why skipping certain ramps and stuff is faster for 200, but I'm assuming it's just your rate of travel is simply faster on 200cc, where you're just trying to maintain just being on the track at all times. It's just the way to go, it seems like. But again, we have seen some motion glider stuff for sure on 200cc. Maybe this is just one example where just not going for it is the way to go. Here, like here on lap 1, right? Like you're getting all the coins, which I get, because it looks like they got at least 3 or 4 coins there by not going for it on lap 1. But also look here too. Yeah, exactly. They didn't hold out a purple MT for lap 1. So I wonder why they did it on lap 2 and not on lap 1. But yeah, it's just interesting, you know, from the relative experience that I have for different CC classes on Mario Kart Wii, my main game that I play, versus what similar applications there are for 200cc in this game. I actually answered my own question. So the actual hand was there for that curve. That's why you could hold the whole drift there lap 2. That makes so much more sense now that I'm really seeing it more granular. Let's see what happens on lap 3 again. Is it the same case as lap 1? Yeah, okay, alright. Alright, that makes so much more sense now. I answered my own question. Nice. Piranha Plant Slide, a 125 by Pi. And looks like a lot of like first time subs for tracks, at least by my interpretation of things here. It's always very exciting when, you know, a brand new sub barrier is achieved for different tracks in all these games here. So I also noticed upcoming we have some like longer lasting 200cc world records, which is actually really cool to see. Actually, as we're watching this too, I'm gonna filter and see the longest lasting world records right now for Deluxe. Ooh, as of today, the Mario Circuit record rewatched is the longest standing Deluxe World Record at 1,000 days. Wow. And actually no, that was an older one. It's not the current WR. Interesting. Okay. But still, it's really awesome how it actually lasted the first 1,000 day world record for this game. It looks like the longest standing current 200cc world record is by Alpha on Cheese Land. That's the one that I was seeing there in between the screens of me downloading the Ghost here. I remember watching Alpha stream too, racing that track. That's really cool that his record is almost 1,000 days old. That's awesome. And yeah, on the current track here, obviously not to detract from the current run here. This is just, dude, using this kart on this track, like, I'm sure it has to be so hard just to control this vehicle on this track. It's just so fast, and the handling is not as great. You have to be so precise. Like, I'm sure just the middle part inside the pipe section, just from how narrow it is on the long chain of blocks too, that has to be very tricky from what I can gather. Like, again, just the not as too in-depth of experience on 200cc time trial in this game, but this part here, I think this has to be pretty tricky. I could be totally wrong, but at least using this vehicle, I feel like it's going to be a little bit tricky compared to other parts of the track. Grumble Volcano, a low 121, again by Pi, and I am definitely no stranger to Grumble Volcano for Mario Kart Wii. But now we're in Deluxe. On 200cc, Pipe Frame is making his comeback here with Yoshi in tow. So let's see what busted strats are possibly here for us on Grumble Volcano. I'm assuming probably some busted glider strat. I think you have to use the glider here, right? You're not gonna skip that, right? Really? Come on now. Just use the glider. Why is that slower? Why? No. Wait. But wait. Let's talk about this though. Come on. Is the glider really not faster here either? Mark me as confused.
This is 200cc deluxe newbie over here, scratching my brain. Yeah, that's crazy. It's not even faster to do it. I guess glider strats are just way more busted for 150cc than I suppose. That's... I'll be honest, like, I'm really surprised right now. I would think that glider strats would be even more exaggerated and faster for 200cc exclusively compared to 150cc. That was my biggest, like, thing I was anticipating watching these for the first time. So it's actually interesting how wrong I've been so far. Maybe later on other tracks may use the glider ramps more for 200cc records, but honestly, I'm surprised by the ones that they're skipping right now. But in any event, though, that was a really nice Grumble Volcano run overall. Very nice. N64 Rainbow Road, we have a low 56 by Quartz with the Mach 8, no less, on this type of a track. So let's see what strategies we got cooking here. This is one of the few tracks I have done 200cc on. I have a little Pipsqueak 102, you know? Nothing compared to this over here, but I have done a little bit of time trial for this track on 200cc. One of the other main tracks I've done 200cc for is actually Wario's Gold Mine. We're going to see that a little bit later on. I'll share what my time is there as well. And for those of you watching here as well, since you're probably over an hour in already, you're dedicated to the cause for watching the video, so thank you first off. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek for what's to come. So I was supposed to do this by the end of this year, but just for time's sake, I didn't get a chance to actually complete everything. But I'm going to have, it's probably going to be over a 4-hour time trial video for this game. And if you guys have watched my timesheet videos for Mario Kart Wii, I'm going to make one for this game. So I am still dedicated to try to learn this track but all the tracks to a respectable, competent level. I have a bigger project that I won't say yet, just for Mario Kart in general, that I'm trying to do. That's going to take a long period of time. But yes, so some more deluxe content will eventually be coming to the channel here, including my actual own gameplay. So I look forward to trying to go through, you know, my actual full time sheet for 150cc first, and just kind of comb through the tracks. What my thoughts are, my own PBs, and how I can improve, and what my favorite tracks have been for time trialing and such. So yeah, hopefully maybe January, February, I'll be able to get that done and have time to actually piece that together. But until that point, this has been a very impressive record here. I always love how you just barely not falling off the track here on the curves. Just so precise. Just to take all the corners like this. Just one little thing here, man, and you're just falling off and you're raging throwing your controller. So yeah, overall, what a wicked run this is for N64 Rainbow Road. Well done. Look at how close Yoshi Circuit is with Army and Panda. Wow, nice. Let's see what we got cooking here for good old Yoshi Circuit. I feel like Yoshi Circuit is a crowd favorite no matter which Mario Kart you're playing in. The original for Double Dash as a custom track in Mario Kart Wii, or you know, also in this game too. So let's see what we got going here. Our first Dry Bones record. Let's go. Nice and agile combination here. Oh, this looks so fun to play. Ooh. This might be the next 200cc time trial I try out, because this looks like so much fun. Nice. Also, very underrated, I will say, from my experience now doing some time trial in the game. Like, sometimes you can't visually see it unless you're actually paying attention, but like the rate of different types of main turbos that they're charging as well. Sometimes they're first framing the next level of a main turbo up. And it's just so impressive how much they can actually soft drift the turns in this game. You know, I understand soft drifting from Mario Kart Wii, but I feel like it's just ever so slightly different with at least this controller for playing this game. But really though, like I mentioned it before, but you know, the mechanics in this game is pretty in depth.
It's no easy game to become like top level at for sure. So really, I give everyone credits here that grinds out Deluxe because it's a different type of Mario Kart, and there is a lot of depth to the mechanics here for sure. And it's just so precise. So I almost feel like people that main Deluxe first and haven't played another Mario Kart, I feel like they would actually really excel at a game like Mario Kart Wii, honestly, because they understand soft drifting really well, and we have that directly in Mario Kart Wii. So I think some Deluxe players maybe try Mario Kart Wii time trial a little bit, But yeah, this record is awesome. It's definitely one of my favorite ones that we've watched so far. We have Excitebike Arena, a 113.8. I unfortunately cannot pronounce their name. Apologies for that. I believe a few people for the 150cc video, they included everyone's name and how they pronounce all their names. So thank you for that from the past. Maybe someone can also do that for this video too if you know all the players individually. It can give context for all the viewers here as well. So again, big GGs to everyone that grinds their time trials, especially going for the absolute highest level of gameplay at a world record level here for any Mario Kart game or any other type of speedrunning endeavor. I understand what it takes to do that. So much effort to do, and I like to give people the proper credits because obviously we have our own reasonings for our own time trial and speedrunning endeavors. Definitely part of it for sure. You want to get your props, for all that effort that you put in. So I like to give people proper credits, the proper screen time. So yeah, with that in mind, Excitebike Arena, truth be told, really one of my least favorite tracks in the game. I feel sorry to those who kind of favor this track. I just don't see it for myself. It's just the ramps just feel too bland. I mean, that's almost the whole point, though, I think, of this track. But even still, like, it wasn't really too stimulating for me. But I can still appreciate a nice time trial. Don't get me wrong. And I feel like there is a lot of like just small things that I just don't know watching this, but I can only assume. I'm assuming they're doing very small things on these ramps here to get lower air and just to be propelled forward. That's my interpretation of watching this. So like obviously like get the coins as fast as possible in their coin route, but then still like if you just smack right into these angled ramps, you're probably getting really high air time and you're going pretty slow. So I feel like their spacing of it, maybe omitting certain tricks, and how they're manipulating that is making them go much faster than meets the eye. So that's why, even though I don't really like this trial too much, I can definitely appreciate a high level time trial here because it's probably so many very precise things that we're taking for granted for when we're just watching as the audience here that may not know too much about it. But again, just from what I can deduce here from my prior Mario Kart experience in general, that's my guess for maybe small things they have to do to squeeze out as much time as possible on all these ramps here for sure. So yeah, overall, great run. Dragon Driftway, we have Army here, a nice 115. And I will say, this is one of my favorite Mario Kart tracks ever. Probably a top 3 track for me in Deluxe. I adore and love this track. The theming, how it plays, the music, all of it, I love it. And this is definitely one of the tracks I've time trialed the most in this game on 150cc as well. So I'm curious what's different on 200cc. Oh man, I know right, that has to be really hard to do because 150cc you have way more time to actually time that out. But recovering from that on 200cc looks so busted. My gosh, jeez. Oh man, this seems like a total roller coaster of emotions playing this track on 200cc. Using some very clever brake drifting here for sure. Looking nice, very nice. So again, like that has to be so precise for that recovery. I'm sure just the drift over the gap is not too hard, but the re-drift the opposite way to not collide with the wall has to be pretty tricky. That's just my speculation there. But yeah, still, like, also, very small thing as well. I don't know if I ever pointed out before, but I actually like the small detail in this game where they actually leave, like,
the drift marks on the road where you went the prior laps, it just makes it feel more immersive as like you're actually like truly like racing, you know, like there's always, you know, the skid marks and stuff like that, like on a general racetrack. So I just like how more immersive of an experience that is for how they did a small little detail like that for this game too. So yeah, overall that was an awesome record, and I definitely look forward to me myself doing Tuna CC on this track too. We have Mute City, we have Pi here once more, and looking at the world record site, this is definitely a longer standing world record. So at least the day of recording here is 483 days of a reign so far for this particular record. So yeah, let's see what we got cooking on this track. And I'm really curious to see. So I believe Deluxe has been out now for 7 years, right? But was it 2017? This came out, I'm pretty sure. So in 7 years so far, there is only one world record in this game that has ever gotten to 1,000 days. And that's truly like a very special like mark to get to. Because there are so many players in this player base, and it's still so active, and so many records still get broken every day for this game from what it looks like on the world record site. So it's just infinitely harder for a time to actually last 1,000 days. And I'm sure honestly what made it much harder is the fact that the whole like DLC refreshing of the player, the character stats. I'm sure if that didn't happen, we probably would have had a handful of tracks that were over 1,000 days now. Maybe some more Deluxe time trial historians in the comments can educate me further. Like maybe they have kept track of the legacy records of pre character balancing. Maybe there's like 10 plus 1,000 day world records. Who knows? But yeah, this is definitely one of the tracks I have seen Retuna CC before in the past. So the giant ending gliding down with that always looks super cool when that happens. But yeah, I don't see any major flaws by my semi-trained eye for this game, you know? But yeah, it stood for almost 1.5 years, so overall, well done. Wario's Gold Mine. The world record is by me. It's a 129. I slaved very hard for this. No, I was kidding. Anyway, I had to do that. I'm sorry. All right, so the actual true world record is a 124.8. Oh, man. I believe it was Alberto. Shout out to Alberto. I believe he got an old world record here with me and my me name. So shout out to you, man. Also, shout out to Funky Kong. Let's go. The first Funky Kong world record. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Anyway, yeah. I've also done some Tuna CNC and time trial on this track as well. So let's see what we got cooking here. I did watch this record when I was time trialing it, when I did to know most of the strats here. So so that there, I was definitely not trying that drift there. I remember. Ooh, what was that? Wait. Did you just drift around the corner and like barely clip the other side, and he tried to off of that? Okay. Let's see this again. Let's see what happens. Let's see. No shroom here. No drift here. Do you do it again? Okay, all right. It wasn't as dramatic as I made it. It was just the very corner. But by my eye lap 1, it looked like it was beyond that corner and somehow hit the little flush opposite side. Anyway, I just got so hyped over that. I don't know why. But our boy Funky Kong is in the driver's seat. Shrooming here again. Oh, no, you're shrooming the end here, right into the finish line, right? Off the ramp, right? Oh, and with no trick as well. Okay. Did I do that strat too on mine? I don't remember, actually. It's been a little while now. But I want to watch this again. Is there a coin on a little dip at the end of lap 1? Because if not, he only does that drift on lap 1. Now I wonder why. I'm curious. Also, there's a cool strat in Mario Kart Wii called the Dip Skip. It's a really cool strat in Mario Kart Wii where you skip that dip over there. But let's see, is there a coin that you collect here? No. Oh, maybe it's just, okay. I'm assuming that MT is just to align yourself to the right, to glide to the right to left drift to get the 3 coins there. That's probably why. I guess it's not faster overall, it's just going a straight line to go as fast as possible. That's interesting. All right, nice. I'm picking up on some strats for when I myself TT this again in the future. SNES Rainbow Road, we have a 101.9 by 4 laps to win. And I adore and love this track in any form, in any Mario Kart, especially the original 2. The soundtrack slaps. The visuals here are top notch. I love this track. So Shroom at the very beginning here seems to make sense for what this track is going to entail here. And, ooh, okay. Bonking the side of the ramp there. That's interesting. Okay. See what else we got here. Not using the ramp. Ooh, okay. Okay. So I'm assuming, too, if I were to speculate, the reason why they're using the Shroom there, lap 1, is to catch the wave cycle there for the tricks. I don't see why they'll be trying to do that otherwise. Tell me if I'm wrong, but from what I can speculate, that was probably why they were doing that. And the reason why they weren't doing that lap 2 is because that part of the road where you shroomed lap 1 was already waving before the last turn. So it probably messed that up. Okay. I wonder if there's no waves at all, if the shroom usage matters at all or not really. I'm curious as well. Nice. Very nice overall. And I will say too, I noticed that the top here was actually pretty close when I was downloading the Ghost. So it looks like some tight competition here. But yeah, overall, what a great time. Ice Outpost. We have Alberto back here once more performing on the racetrack. And I'm going to assume there's no, well, actually, no. There probably has to be a baby glider strat here, because I don't think you can even avoid that part of the track. So, I'm rooting for glider strats, man. I'm telling you, I was so amped to see some crazy glider strats. And there hasn't been that many of them so far. Interesting. Interesting. You're skipping the ramp that way. That was cool. Okay. Let's see what we got cooking here. That was so short-lived. Wait. What? Did he just break there and then shroom? What? Hello? That has to be on accident. Also, that strat, very cool. I like that a lot. That's really clever. Let's watch this again. Does it happen lap 2? Okay, maybe it's just because he was just going too fast for that. I don't see why he couldn't do that without breaking for it. Who do I know? I'm just some casual here, you know? Anyway, educate me in the comments. I'd be curious to see as to why. But, yeah. I want to see some really cool glider strats, man. I am team glider strats for Deluxe. They're very cool. I think still, I'm pretty sure the most insane glider strat was Thwomp Ruins so far. And so the one on Mario Kart Stadium is also a crowd favorite. It's always really cool as well. But yeah, overall, this is a really great record. And again, I'm just curious why you're braking slightly before. I wonder if it's just the handling of the cart that you're using, maybe. I have no idea. But maybe just you just simply excel too fast. I'm just gonna watch it again. Like, why could he not go full speed here? I'm curious. Let's see. Okay, all right, no, I got it. That is a pretty harsh angle to just shroom right from the jump there, honestly. Okay, all right, I'm content with that reasoning. I think it's just way too sharp of an angle to do your shroom. That's my guess. Hyrule Circuit, we have a 119.631 by Gen Zua. Let's get it. See what's cooking here. I'm interested to see how the second half of the lap goes, because for me, the newbie here, 150 CSC, the ending part is a bit narrow, bit hard to negotiate on 150cc for me, the newbie here. But that's cool. Little shroomless hop in there, gain more distance using the shroom. Pretty standard 200cc stuff. Just looking here. But how do you handle the second part of the lap? I am very curious. Let's take a look here, fellas. Let's see. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Masterful. That was great. Oh, interesting. They're not even like hopping into it. If I looked at that right, they released their MT, hopped and bounced off that. I think that was also a thing that Shortcut explained in his pro guide. I think where you release an MT beforehand and you land with some of your boosts on a little lip and you get a bounce off of that, I think that's exactly what's happening there. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, I'm smart. Nice, I'm picking up on some different strats here. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. Don't sleep on your boy M-Meat here. You're going to be an absolute beast at this game one day. Trust. Maybe in 1 or 2 years, I'll have some respectable times for sure. At least on 150cc. But yeah, this track is sick. That ending there looks so satisfying because, again, for me as a newbie, like 150cc, that's a little bit hard to negotiate for me right now. But 200cc just so masterfully cutting through, weaving there at the end there. That's awesome because at the little S bend there at the end, we'll let it play to show you guys. But like, he released the MT early and rechained the drift early on in the right to left curve, and that way you can use that momentum to kind of swing around first and then brake drift before you're cutting in to complete that entire curve there. So look at this, right? Charge this, release early, and look at that. Look at how early that drift is, and that makes the angle to cut that way easier. So yeah, that's really smart, clever gameplay to make that corner a lot more manageable for sure. So yeah, there's a lot of depth to all these records here, which I definitely really appreciate. So yeah, this is definitely an awesome record. GCN Baby Park, and look at this. Alpha has a 17 millisecond lead here, and his record is over 400 days. Let's see. Wait, I lost my place here. Yeah, 473 days so far. So I wonder if second place is a recent time, or if that was the previous record or one of the previous records. But our first whoa, wait. Oh, that was cool. Wait a second. Does that happen again? Wait a second. But that was so cool though. But wait though. That was sick. And also, my mind is being thrown for a loop here. It's just one giant circle and oval. Little wall hits here. Oh, dude, this is nuts. I'm sure, man, if you hit the wall for more than a couple of frames or so, you're probably getting complete slowdown, or your angle is changing a little bit too much. This is insane. What? Dude. Oh, that was so entertaining, dude. Oh my god. Watch this again. Dude, it's like your start boost, and then you're colliding, and you're just hopping, just adjusting your angle, and then shrooming out. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's so cool. Oh, dude, who would think? So on brand having Baby Peach on Baby Park, having an insane WR here. Alpha's a wicked record, man. This was so entertaining. So as mentioned, GBA Cheese Land, we have the 114.9 by Alpha. It's almost 1,000 days old, and look at this. Almost a full 0.7 ahead of almost 1,000 day, right? Yeah, 953 days. Insane. I remember watching Alpha streams in the past when he would do this track. I think he was doing, I believe, 200cc at the time, and maybe 150cc as well, I think, on this track. And it was very entertaining to watch this track. But yeah, dude, this is crazy. Like, if I were to assume anything, right? Because again, I haven't done a lot of 200cc time trial yet. Just a little bit, not a whole lot yet. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys, but
I'm assuming this is maybe one of the hardest 200cc time trials, because those many hops there, from my guess, is very precise and hard to do, along with everything else on this track. I think if Alpha himself or anyone else were to explain all the little nuances of the terrain of the track, I think just the terrain of this track alone lends itself to why this is so difficult to do, especially in 200cc. Like, I'm sure you can land in the off-road like that and not get bounces like that to go further and faster that way and not lose too much time. Like, I bet there's so much more going on here. Like, that's be numerous reasons why this is almost 1,000 days old. It's one thing for something to be almost 1,000 days old and the times are very close to each other on the charts, but this is a bit more of an anomaly, I feel, looking from the outside in for Deluxe, because it's quite rare from what I see to have like close to a second lead for only first to second for a Deluxe track and time trial here. So again, it was 699 milliseconds. I think it was 617 and 718, I think, were the two times there, or something on the charts. One of those. But either way, it was almost 700 flat of a gap between first and second place. But yeah, this looks completely busted and just so hard to do. So yeah, definitely a big shout out to Alpha here, because yeah, I'm gonna check it one more time. I'm pretty sure this is the longest current standing world record for Deluxe. I'm right. It's the longest standing current world record for this game, and the third longest lasting world record overall for the game's history. So really, really impressive. Job well done. I wonder if anyone really has their sights to try and take Alpha down here. Because for now, man, look at this. This is absolutely busted. It's crazy. So yeah, really hats off for a really very, very strong record overall. Wild Woods, we have Alberto here. Let's see what we got cooking here. This is definitely also one of my more favorite tracks in Deluxe. I think I'm just partial to anything that's like forest themed or anything in that realm, you know, for liking Maple Treeway and Mario Kart Wii. And I have done a bit of time trial for sure for 150cc on this track too. This track is a lot of fun, especially just for the ending part as well, for the little shroomless hop at the end there. Alright, so glider, but no like little motion glider from what I can tell there. Interesting. Got the Mach 8 here. Let's see what the ending is for 200cc. I mean, that's just so free because it's 200cc. Makes sense. Let's see. Alright, so lap 1 they went left here for the coins for coin route. So now this is just the fastest lines now for racing the track. And again, just the theming for this track is so good. I love this track. It's really, really cool. Also interesting, I noticed this too lap 2. Whoa! Interesting, okay. I wonder what made lap 1 different. Was there a coin there at the end? I forget. Oh no, because, alright, lap 1 they used a shroom at the beginning, and then they're doing this laps 2 and 3, I'm gonna speculate. Okay. Also, I forget, is that very part next to the water, is it all considered like off-road terrain? Or sorry, water stream terrain? Because if not, if you're going faster in the water stream and it's just normal terrain on the right-hand side, I guess it's showing that if you get like a little bit of a bonus in the river water stream, just taking that turn as tight as possible is still faster overall. Just with this vehicle and how to race out this track overall. So also a small detail, but I also like how they're getting like a small little like wall bonk on that one drift too. That's really cool. But is there a coin? No, there's not a coin here. Okay, so they're doing this here, shroomless lap 1 and then shroom laps 2 and 3. Makes sense. Awesome. All right, great run. Animal Crossing, we have 4 laps to win. Back in the saddle here. Let's see what you got here, fella. Some Animal Crossing here. And I haven't played this track all that much in a time trial sense as of yet. Especially for 200cc. So let's see what we're doing here. So no shroom at the beginning. So, all right, cutting through the grass here. Pretty typical 200cc things for sure. Let's see. Okay. Simple coin route for now. Now you're at 10. Drifting off the ramp. Nice. Oh, you really cut a lot off the following grass there too. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, cool. Again, oh, motion glider strats. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh man. I just love motion glider stuff, man. It looks so cool. But yeah, again, as you can see, like, especially for a 200cc, it's more exaggerated, but they're starting to drift into the grass a little bit. Then they're releasing their MT just to cut the turn sharper and to not completely lose speed out of it. Because if you're to release your MT into the grass just at the front, then you're going to be starting to slow down probably before you're leaving the grass, I would suspect. So again, it's taking an initial little hit on your speed. Release your MT, gain back some more speed to recover, to get momentum out of that grass. Because again, also that's a shorter one. They had a blue MT, and they're using hops as well just to try to carry themselves with the speed out of the grass as well. But yeah, these are all just very clever small things that kind of compound upon themselves over time. You know, whether it's this game, Mario Kart Wii, Double Dash, Mario Kart DS, etc. Like, it may be obvious, but eventually, like, highest level of gameplay is like the perfect synergy and combination of mastering just the core techniques. Like, you could be really good at like one certain type of tech for a game, but to really capitalize and to really see it to the absolute highest level, like what we're watching here together with this, is that perfect synergy of being excellent world class, all these different types of strategies and techniques. Because certain techniques can be, you know, pretty nuanced and minimal, but again, the devil's in the details. Like when you get really granular and you get really like crisp at very different types of mechanics in the game, and you're so practiced and very consistent in everything, then it's going to transfer to so many different tracks. Like I'm talking a lot on this, but I just want to say it where, like, you know, especially when you're a player coming up and you're learning, you're in the acquisition phase of more techniques just for the game mechanics of the game that you're learning overall, or getting more in depth. You'll like excel a lot at one certain track, you know, but then those skills and techniques, they will transfer to other similar types of tracks. Because my main core experience is Mario Kart Wii Time Trial. I've also time trialed Mario Kart 64 and Super Mario Kart at a pretty decently competent level, near top 100 for those games, at least historically years ago. It's just the common thing where when you get really good at one track and you pick up and you refine different techniques and strats, it applies and transfers to other similar types of tracks as well. So if you're an up-and-coming player, like, use that momentum to your advantage. Like, if you feel discouraged on one track, try to really get good at another track that you really enjoy, and then when you really excel at that, try the other tracks you were stumped on. And I'm telling you, the rate of improvements you're gonna get is insane. I had that for me coming up in Mario Kart Wii, like right in the very beginning, 16 years ago. And it was addicting because you eventually learn like one or two roadblocks are no longer roadblocks for you for how to actually do like different techniques and strats overall. And you try the other tracks and you're getting massive PB cuts like every couple of attempts that you're doing. So it's very enjoyable and addicting for sure. So yeah, that was a giant monologue, but that's just a par for the course watching one of my videos. Hopefully you guys kind of appreciate that little tangent there. But yeah, overall, awesome record here for Animal Crossing. That's how long I was on my monologue. That's crazy. All right, next track. Alrighty, we have Neo Bowser City, a 118.8 by Alberto. Let's see what we got cooking here.
And how long has this record stood for? 546 days. Okay. About a year and a half or so. Nice, nice, nice. Bitty Buggy is back in action. Baby Daisy. And let's see how they navigate the corners here on 200cc Neo Bowser City. I am definitely a big fan of this track. And I just love the rain here. It's super cool. I love how they've included rain and tracks. It's really nice little touch here as well. Everything looking pretty good so far. It looks like he's just barely like on the very end of like the checkered coping, just to take that as tight as possible. Small detail, but actually a large detail if you think about it. But I wish that in the future Mario Kart, when it comes out, they can include a speedometer natively in their UI, because speedometers are so critical and so useful. Like, you shouldn't have to be able to, like, you know, program your own stuff, like for Mario Kart Wii and other games like that have like a speedometer, you know, because they're very useful for different techniques you're trying to go for in tracks. You know what I mean? I think also too, because I think it would make the brake drifting more evident in this game, because I feel like if someone is newer watching this for the very first time, they may not pick up on like very small brake drifting that they're doing, but you could visually see it with the speedometer, obviously, right? But yeah, like definitely they're using pretty clever brake drifting here on this track, especially here. You have to, like, you absolutely have to here. But still, like, he's brake drifting, but still releasing an orange MT and still trying to go as fast as possible anyway, despite all that, which is so impressive. So yeah, this is a really awesome record overall, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun learning this track, especially for 200cc down the line. We have the track Ribbon Road by Army on 200cc, obviously, not the 150cc we were talking about earlier on in the video. So I would think 200cc has to deliver for this track. So no beginning shroom. So I wonder what the strat is going to be. Drifting off the ramp. Ooh, that's a nice corner cut. Oh, you almost hit the little overhang there. That's interesting. Okay. Skipping the ramp. Okay, nice. Okay. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Again, this very nice little clever hops over the corners here. Every little detail counts for this. That one looks sick. It looks like they were drifting partially into the off-road, and then again releasing their MT that way. So again, drifting off the zipper there. I wonder why they didn't skip the ramp like on lap 1. I wonder if it's because of the cycle they're going to encounter on the ending ramp there, maybe. I wonder if they skipped the ramp on lap 3. Let's see what Army does here. Let's see. Oh, maybe it's because, maybe not for that cycle, maybe because of the wave cycle. Maybe that's it. Possibly. Maybe. No, I think it would have to be. Because I think maybe lap 2 was flat, so you can't be propelled as further with your drift to skip that first ramp. I'm actually curious. I'm going to watch this again just to kind of see. Also, hopefully you guys don't mind me kind of watching back some of these things too, just to try and pick up on more things as well. I think it's fun just to try to watch things over again and really see if I looked at things the right way, you know? Alright, so off the ramp here is waving there. Alright, so they trick lap 1. But I wonder, was it flat lap 2 with the wave and they don't trick? Because I don't think Army tricked lap 3 either, but I think the wave was up so you can arc your drift to do it. Let's see. Let's see here. Off it. Okay, so it looks like the part that he landed at was the highest part, tricked, landed,
drifted went off the first ramp. Whereas if that furthest part where he bounced off of was the highest part, he probably could have drifted off of it to get the air time to skip the ramp. Like, let's see what happens here lap 3. Land, low, high. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so lap 2, that part was higher initially, but lap 3, that beginning part was lower, and it scoops up to be a higher slope to be able to do that ramp skip that way. All right, cool. We're deducing strats on the fly with my newbie 200cc insight here. So hopefully I'm somewhat accurate with what I'm deducing here. Super Bell Subway, we have a 112.788 by Alberto. And I think I've only seen this like once or twice, but years ago. I don't know if strats have greatly changed, but this is nerve-wracking to say the least. From how narrow this is on 200cc, let's see what we got cooking here. This is anxiety central here watching this. Oh my god. Let's see. Nice. That sure makes sense. Oh, that was sick. Nice. Ooh. Well, opposing side drifting action there. Shroomless. Okay. Cool. But now, how do you weave against all the... Let's see. I'm curious. Does the Shroom strat stay the same? Okay, so it wasn't blocking it. Nice. Okay. So, obviously this is masterclass being put on by Alberto here, of course. Oh, they hit the wall. Interesting. I wonder if that's intentional just on lap 3 and not the other laps. I wonder if that just changes your angle. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what I mean, man. Oh, dude. Throwing the needle. Oh, man, you got nerves of steel to withstand that. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay, so if I were to assume anything, the reason why he uses his last shroom at the ending curve lap 2 is because he's trying to beat the cycle lap 3, just to be able to take that the following turn tighter. Because if you're to save his shroom for that part lap 3, I'm pretty sure the subway is blocking it. So, or the train, rather. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for forever. Whew. But yeah, I'm assuming that's why he uses that shroom there in that way, to not be blocked out of taking that following turn tighter on lap 3. But yeah, overall, very anxiety-inducing on 200cc, but an amazing record nonetheless. Big Blue coming up here. A low 1 minute .3 by Japanese player FA. And let's see what we got cooking on this track. And judging by my recording here so far, I think after editing, this should be closer to maybe the 2-hour mark, maybe so far, possibly, in the video. So if you're liking these types of videos, drop one of these, subscribe. More is on the way, especially in 2025, with some more good treats here for uploads in this last part of this current calendar year. Awesome corner cut. I have also seen this record a long time ago, but I don't know what the most updated strats are now. This is the biggest thing that I know, and that is just so cool, man. Like, oh, what a cool strat you could do in this game, man. I'm surprised they actually don't shroom right away there to get back up to top speed. So where do you use your shroom here? Let's see. Oh, it hit the wall. Interesting. Where's the last shroom? Is there Offra at the end on this track, right? Am I remembering this the right way? Ooh, nice corner cut. Okay, yeah. All right. Right to the end. Okay, that makes sense then. All right, nice. Fellas, educate me in the comments as per usual. Are the best splits giving a sub 1 minute here or no? And to that end, do you think a sub 1 minute will eventually happen on this track? Also let me know. Either way, what an awesome record. At the Paris Promenade, we have a low 116 by Army. So let's see what this track brings on the 200cc front. If I've counted correctly, I believe we're officially halfway through so far, so exciting times. But that means the back half of the tracks are here now. So let's see what we got cooking here.
And I may have seen this one once before, a while ago. It's been a minute, so I don't know if anything has exactly changed here or not. And I would only assume that a part of, you know, the different routes that you're taking here and what they choose to do is heavily going to be dependent on the coin route lap 1, just as almost on any track, but also here where the routes can change from what I can remember. But again, another glider, and it's just the straight little normal glider here, so very interesting here. I'm telling you, there has to be another busted 200cc glider strat. I refuse to believe the second half of these tracks does not have one super busted glider strat that's like 200cc exclusive, or doesn't like up the ante from like 150cc or something like that, you know? But yeah, this looks, ooh, that's cool. Looks like you land on the small little like silt part at the bottom and got a trick. That's cool. Nice. Very nice. Looks like very clean driving to me. Couldn't see any significant flaws. So overall, well done. Now we have Toad Circuit. Army is back here once more. Let's see what Toad Circuit is going to bring us on the 200cc streets. Also, I had to get myself a beverage, a nice warm beverage, a nice warm cup of tea here. So guys, maybe I've been a part of a couple of your lunch breaks at school or work perhaps, or it's relaxing for the evening. You can always get more snacks, more drinks, you know? It's getting nice and comfy in December now. It's the winter, at least for us here in the US. But yeah, here we are. Toad Circuit is definitely pretty tame, it looks like, for now for 200cc. Just nice gradual curves here. Doesn't mean that there's not, you know, more technical things going on under the hood here for strategies. That shroom looks very hard. I could already tell that shroom has to be annoying to do. Like, I get another ramp that skipped. Unbelievable, unbelievable, man. Where's the justice for our glider strats, man? Anyway, that definitely looks like it's more free, partially because 200cc can go to the end without slowing down. But I can already tell, like, just hitting the pipes or the wall has to happen a million times. I'm so sure of that just watching that back. But yeah, that looks really good to me. So overall, job well done. Here's Choco Mountain. Vincent is back up to play here. And also, as I mentioned last track, I'm sipping on some tea here. But tell me, are you team tea, team coffee, both, none, something else? Let me know. Let's have a fun conversation in the comments, y'all. All right. Choco Mountain. Let's see if anything spicy and interesting is happening on this track. Luigi is back out to play in the racetrack. Teddy Buggy in tow. Nice gradual curves here. Purple MT. Also, I'm sure charging that orange main turbo has to be annoying if you don't know what you're doing, because it looks like you're almost at the end of that strip before trying to rechain the drift and you barely got out the orange MT. So that is interesting for sure. And that's why I mentioned too, like, you know, when you're having this precise control on the analog for soft drifting or just drifting enough to charge the next level of MT, like, look, like, that was immediately released and then you're going into your drift for the shroom. So like, if you're having like a more shallow drift and you're not charging your MT fast enough, you're not even going to be able to charge it in time before the shroom, or let alone you're going to charge it too late and you probably can't change your bike angle to get to there to do that strat. So I'll have to say, like, I'm trying to at least over explain certain things that I know I can explain, because like, I just want to show how much more depth there is to people's gameplay, especially those that haven't really invested a lot into more mechanics or gameplay of a Mario Kart game before. There's very specific things that they're doing, and just because you see the MT change doesn't mean that there wasn't a lot of technique and effort to get to that point of the track as well. Because again, that's a very shallow angle even for that, and they barely got out the orange MT. Because again, if you get that out too late, you're probably hitting that opposing dirt patch that's there. So it really depends on what's going on here.
But yeah, just to really show that there's a lot of effort that's being done by all the players here that are learning all the highest level techniques and pushing to the limits. So yeah, this track is no exception to that. And yeah, overall, job well done. We have Army here on Coconut Mall. I think one of the most iconic tracks in any Mario Kart game has to be Coconut Mall. Clap for Nintendo for bringing it back for Deluxe as well. I am sure this delivers for 200cc. Maybe I've watched this once before, like right when this first came out in the DLC, but I don't know if anything has really changed at all. So that whole section is absolutely crazy already. Top route, okay. Yes, the glider strats, let's go! Standing ovation. Yes, yes, and yes. Oh my gosh, glider strats, let's go! Oh man, dude, I've been waiting 50 plus tracks now to have some awesome glider strats, man. I remember this from the very first time that I saw it. Let's look at how busted that is, man. Oh my god. The cart's almost rolling over. Let's go. Am I the only one that just gets totally gassed over this awesome glider strats, man? I'm probably the only one, who knows, but especially for 200cc, I want to see some wild stuff, man. It's 200cc. Let's go. Look at this. This is amazing. Look at that. Luigi's rolling over on his head. Top tier racer. Job well done. I've just looked this up, and this world record on Tokyo Blur for 200cc is over 500 days old, and look at how busted these charts are. So there's one whole group here that's within 70 milliseconds, and then Army and Alberto are within 12 milliseconds. So I'm ready for something super cracked and just super precise for this track. So let's see what's going on here. Also, it's funny because in Retro Rewind and Mario Kart Wii, it has this track now as well, which is a lot of fun in that game. And the time trial time is very similar. It's like mid to low 19-second laps, which is really cool. So let's see what's happening here. We got Wario here. Wario has to represent. Let's go. Nice. Going off the ramp there, cutting a little bit of the wall off. Nice. 9 coins for lap 1. See what's going to happen here for lap 2. Nice coin there. So this exact route is the static route for 3 laps in Mario Kart Wii. Also, I was wondering why he was taking the ramp differently on lap 2, and I realized that I'm like, why aren't you cutting more of the wall off? But he was adjusting his angle to take the last turn tighter. That's what I can deduce anyway, watching that. This is crazy. Wow. What an awesome time this is. Dang, dude. It's a reason why this is over 500 days old, but I wonder if Army's time... Actually, I'm going to look it up right now. Was that time by Army? Was that the WR before? It was. And it stood for only... Wait a second. 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 Okay, never mind. Because on the WR page, it shows when the stat balance patches happened in the world record history, but the character and combo didn't change at all. I was looking to see what happened there. But yeah, Army's time right there in the tops at A64 was former WR. But now Alberto's time, this one right now, is set for over 500 days. So yeah, very crazy stuff overall. Very impressive. Job well done. We have Shroom Ridge here. This is also by Army, and it looks like it's brand new. Doesn't have a video on YouTube yet, looking at the WR page. So it's 15 days old so far. And let's see, we haven't seen this yet, have we? Right? Yeah, the varmint. We haven't seen this this bike at all. How many other records does this have? That's 150, 200. I'm gonna restart this, by the way, so I'm watching the whole thing. But all right, we have Daisy Cruiser, Tour LA. Ooh, there's a tie on Madrid Drive. Interesting. That also uses the varmint. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna replay this from the start, just so I can watch the whole thing. That's interesting. Okay. I wonder how many unique vehicles are used right now in the deluxe scene for WRs. I'm curious. Let me scroll back up here. Okay. Full undivided attention. Let's go. Also, this just reminds me of Toad's Turnpike, that first curve. Like, oh, it's something so satisfying about just being so precise on the curve. No sudden movements on the analog. It's just dead set there, just pristine, masterful control on your vehicle and playing the game. It's just look at this. Is that not satisfying to see? Like, just mastery of the vehicle and the character. That's awesome to see. That's awesome. All right, let's see what else we got here. Dipping and diving, weaving over here in between some car and truck cycles here. Ooh, that was close. Okay. I'm sure if you don't meet that pace, you're getting flattened and you can't do it. Let's see what else you got here. I would also assume if you can't beat that cycle lap 2, maybe use your last shroom on lap 2 to beat that cycle, perhaps. Could be wrong. Let's see here. I mean, you pretty much have to use the shroom to do the strat, but it looks like he barely beat out that car for the strat lap 2. So again, sometimes just pace locks are very annoying, and pace locks will make you use different shroom strats to either just avoid the cycle or just do something different entirely. So yeah, pace locks are one of the most annoying things as a time trialer, but they're also very rewarding and satisfying when you're eventually consistent enough, fast enough, and just overall good enough to beat a cycle. Because then it feels like you're unlocking just another level of gameplay for a track. And sometimes you could be the very first person in the world to beat a cycle and get a world record, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, very impressive Shroom Ridge run overall here. Very nice. Another world record here on Sky Garden by Technical. And this is with Birdo. This has to be the first Birdo world record. I'm pretty sure. So shout outs to Birdo as well. Shout outs to DLC updates, character stat updates. I still remember, man, when I made the also you skipped the mushroom. Ooh, interesting. Okay. This is gonna be shroomless, I'm assuming, right? Dang, that's busted. Oh my gosh. Nice. Okay. I remember when I made the 150cc reaction video. I'm pretty sure it's 2 years ago now when I did it. That's just so cool how the raw speed you skip the mushroom. That's really impressive. Anyway, I digress. What was my original point I was trying to say? Man, I've been talking for so long. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, so it was right when DLC 4 dropped, I believe, when I made that, and that's when everything was like turned on its head. Very interesting times for the deluxe landscape overall. Also, this is interesting. It's only a 9-coin route for this. I'm sure maybe I overlooked that aspect for a couple other tracks, but I actually wait. Huh? Wait. Was there a coin in the air there before the finish line? Right. Let's watch again. All right, nearing the end here. Where's the last coin that they get? Unless it respawns. Oh, it was right there. Oh my god. That whole thing that blends in was going that fast. All right. Mystery solved. Ninja Hideaway. We have a 123.9 by Scar. And I'm curious for what 200cc is going to deliver for us on this track. I've actually been time trialing this recently, but in Mario Kart Wii actually, for online time trial in that game. So Cat Cruiser is back here as the vehicle of choice for the time trial here right now. So pretty standard shroom spot there. See what else we got cooking here. 2 more coins, 4, 7, top route. Nice. 8, 9. Nice. Very nice. Okay. I forget if that was also a thing you do on 150cc, but it's a sheer fact that they made it by barely anything. That might be a more of a 200cc exclusive strategy. I would only speculate and suspect. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's gonna be top rat all 3 laps for the strat. Let's see. Yeah, you're barely making that. So even if you try and cut less, you're probably not gonna clear that on 150cc probably. So let's see what happens here on lap 3. Is this gonna be one track where it's 9 coins and not 10? I don't see where else you're gonna get more coins here before the finish line. Probably it's gonna be the strat right into the line, right? Let's see. I'm curious. Yeah, clean. Awesome time. That was great. Alrighty, New York Minute. We have Army here once again. Almost a 57-second time. About to cut the 58 here with a 0.0. And we got Paulina here as well for another record. So let's see what 200cc has to deliver here. Another track where we're shimming at the very beginning here, getting the top speed right away. Omitted that first coin. Looks like that was way too out of the way to get that first coin there. Let's see. Let's see, do you get 10 coins on lap 1? Also, that's really cool. One whole curve for that. One whole drift rather on the curve. 9 coins, where's the last one? Those are too wide. Let's see. Where's another coin? Ah, there we go. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so it makes sense why they omitted the first coin on the first stretch of 4 on lap 1. Man, it's almost already done, this track. This went by so quick. Jeez. Nice. Okay. I think this is just gradual curves and just having just precise main turbo management for this track overall. That was really clean. I'm sure that 57 will come eventually, but overall, that was a really great run as it stands right now. Mario Circuit 3 by Vincent. Almost a 103. That's awesome. So I've definitely watched this one before in the past. But I believe the last time I saw it, it was with Baby Daisy still. So now clearly it's with Yoshi. And let's see what we're doing here in MC3 at this point. Almost a 103, that's really impressive. I think Baby Daisy, when they used Baby Daisy before the whole DLC change, I think it was just barely a 105.1 or a very high 104 perhaps. Interesting how it's cut off as much as it has after the DLC and everything. So let's see here. Awesome, very nice. And I forget who made the video. Maybe it's actually one of Shortcat's guides perhaps. But it's actually really remarkable how much of a difference just getting even like 2-3 coins makes in the very beginning for at least even just 1 lap of a difference. Yeah, it's very unique how, you know, you have to do coin management. And interesting how even for online play too, you know, purposely going out of your way for coins could be the strat too. But yeah, I've time trialed this a lot, but on 150cc, not 200cc, but I've watched streams of this for 200cc and videos too, but in the past before the whole DLC change. But yeah, that looks awesome. I'm sure they're probably going to find a way to squeak out a 103 one day, but as it stands for now, that is a really awesome run. And I'll say underrated thing too is, I think it transfers more to 200cc, but like, holding out that last MT2 onto the zipper can be challenging. Let's see what happens here. And the last coin here. Yeah, by doing that and like not like the counter hopping after that to not go into the sand at the finish line is very tricky. So I think that still has to be one of the harder parts of this track, especially for 200cc. Kalamari Desert, we have 1 minute 0.8 by 4 laps to win once more. And it looks like this hasn't had a video yet, looking at the Royal Record page. This might be the first time you guys are seeing it too, potentially. And let's see. Looks like Waluigi Pinball also had a new Royal Record 5 days ago, actually. Interesting. Okay. I think at this point, the Koopa Clown cart has had maybe like 5 or 6 records overall, I think. And with these tires, man, this looks like it's such a hilarious car combination. This monster tires, man. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. But, if I were to anticipate, maybe those wheels make it a little bit easier for like off-road drifting, just terrain type of thing. I'm just kind of guessing here. I've never used those yet myself before. But I just love how in this remake you drive through that intentionally as a part of the path switch. So much fun. Also, I could tell that has to be a pace lock too. If you're not fast enough, you're screwed through and through. Like no other way to put it. Like if you're too slow there to make that that train cycle, I think there's just no way out. I'm pretty sure. Unless you can like barely skim on the right side, you know, by the fence and barely thread the needle between that and the train. I don't know if the space there allows for it or not, but yeah, that's very precise. So yeah, overall, awesome run. Look at how close this is on Waluigi Pinball. Japanese player F barely beating out Alberto by just barely like 30 milliseconds and change here. So Waluigi Pinball, always a crowd favorite as well, especially for me too. Always thoroughly enjoy some good old Waluigi Pinball. So let's see if it delivers on 200cc. Streaming right at the very beginning here. And man, that cannon is so slow. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, well, let's begin to guess here again, shall we? So, they use the Shroom Lap 1 to get the top speed right away. Whoa, wow, they slowed down a lot to get that. But I'm sure, you know, slowing down... Wait. Huh. I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. But on 200cc, do the pinballs compensate for speed? Are they going to shoot after the cannon? That's what I'm trying to go for too, by the way. Hey, alright, intuition. Here we go. Nice. Okay. Getting the top speed right away. Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, whether you're on 150 or 200cc, do the pinballs change their speed? I'm curious. Also, that's sick. I could tell that strat to maintain that around the curve and be tight has to be stupidly hard. I could tell. Even if it's not, I think it is. Visually, I could tell it has to be annoying to do, honestly. Alright, let's see. Nice. Nice. Yeah, if I were to guess, the hardest part of the track has to be this curve here. It has to be. It has to be. Because I'm sure people, either they crash into the wall that they're facing, or they just... Ooh, that was close. Okay, okay. Or they hit the opposing wall after the MT. But yeah, either way, this has really delivered for sure with some harder strats, at least from what I can tell. So yeah, overall, nice run. Sydney Sprint, a low 124 by Vincent once more. We got Wario back up on the racetrack. So let's see what we got cooking here. Let's take a look here, fellas. Judging by the recording, we're probably closer to the 2.5 hour mark or so. Maybe 40 more tracks, give or take. We're chugging through here, fellas. So let's see what Sydney Sprint has for us here. Pretty tame so far. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. Oh man. That gradual curve. Oh man, that was very precise. That has to be annoying to do. Nice shroom. Nice. There's the last shroom. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Taking some ramps now. We've been skipping a lot of ramps in a lot of these courses here. I was halfway expecting them to do like an MT and bounce over that. But it's probably too much to do. Also, that corner cut is also really cool as well. Nice. Let's see. This nice cornering here. Very good gameplay from what I can tell. Big corner here. Purple MT. Nice. Just basic glider. It's like the moment you get the glider, it's already over. The ride's already done. It's like when you wait for your favorite roller coaster or ride and it's like 20 seconds and then it's already over. And you wait an hour in line to go on the ride. Come on. Either way, that was a very clean run on Sydney Sprint here. Job well done. GBA Snow Land, we have a low 104 by Alberto. Let's see what we got cooking on this track. We got a Koopa here. Let's go. Was this the first Koopa record we've had so far? I don't know. We've went through a lot of records now, so another Strudel record as well. Let's go. I love this cut. It just feels so satisfying just to cut that much off on just a part of the track, and this game specifically. Like, imagine there was like an ultra shortcut revolution for Deluxe. Like, that would be monumental. Actually, I've asked so many questions this video, but I'm just riffing off here, different ideas. But let me know, guys, like, if there was like a significant breakthrough in technique that made a couple of tracks completely broken, at this point, do you think Nintendo would actually try and patch it out? You know what I mean? Because in Mario Kart Wii, when like Grumble Volcano was glitched in Mushroom Gorge, they were starting to like delete the glitch times, but that didn't last for too long. But at least in Mario Kart Wii on the Nintendo Wii, there's no like DLC and things like that you would download for the game. So you couldn't really do that for Mario Kart Wii, but do you think Nintendo would care that much to like patch things out like that, you know? I'm curious. Like, let's say like 20 plus tracks were just super busted and broken, you know? They wouldn't be making custom charts. I know they wouldn't be doing that. That would be the wish, you know? But do you think they would care that much to like go out of the way to patch out major glitches like that? Or just a major shortcut? I don't know. I feel like they should do some more fan service to kind of let things in that are kind of broken, you know? But let me know what you think. We got Mushroom Gorge, and look at how close top two is. Wow. Scar and Rika as well. Only 21 milliseconds of a gap here. And maybe I've seen 200cc like once or twice maybe on this track. I don't remember anymore, honestly. Pipe frame. Yoshi. Blue Yoshi. All the Yoshi. Beginning Shroom here. Ooh, okay. Nice. Oh, that's sick. Nice. Going on the fence there. That's sick. Awesome. How many mushroom skips are we going to get here for 200cc? Nice. 2? 3? 4? Let's go. Nice. Oh, that's epic. Nice. All right, if it's not glider strats, at least we're getting a lot of different unique things here on the gorge. Actually, no, I guess, yeah, 5 mushroom skips. So 1 there with the green one, skipping 2 here, and then 2 more here. Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh, that's epic. That's so cool. Awesome. And I'm sure that fence drift has to be hard to do, and or just annoying to go for. That's my speculation. The fact that you can cut that many mushrooms off is so cool. To my memory, I think you only skipped like 1 mushroom at a time on 150cc. Could be wrong. It's been a while since I've watched 150cc runs for Deluxe, but yeah, I think you're not skipping as many mushrooms compared to 200cc here, especially this at the beginning here. Like that is awesome. That's epic. Sky High Sundae. We have a 119.3. And this is by Drago. So let's see what Sky High Sundae is going to deliver for 200cc. I would think probably the second half of the lap is probably the more simpler part. I would think the beginning is the harder part. So let's see what happens here. Basic glider strat. Going down the stairs. Going up the stairs. Getting all the coins. Let's see. Anything crazy on this track for 200cc? Not skipping any ramps so far. But again, it's just loud. Whoa! Let's go! More big shortcuts! Let's go! Oh, man. Oh, that's hype. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, that's epic. Nice. All right. I think there's
There's minimal glider strats, but there's some nice corner cuts. Oh, that's so cool. 3 for 3? Ooh, let's go! Nice, let's go! Oh, I'm hype. I'm amped, fellas. Let's go. Oh, that's so nice. I wonder if you can skip that ramp you're landing on, but probably not because your starting approach angle is still kind of behind the Sundae, right? Like, let's look at the path here. Yeah, look at that. All right. If the Sundae wasn't there, then maybe you could cut that landing part block you're landing onto. But wow, that delivered. Let's go. We have London Loop now. This is by Messi. And let's see what we got cooking on London Loop here. And yeah, I don't think I ever watched 200cc here ever before. This would be like a super blind watch of this too. So let's see, no shroom at the beginning here. I'm actually curious for what the percent. Oh, that's interesting. A mini turboless like hop with drift change. I don't think we've really seen that at all actually in any of these. Mostly is maybe just like chaining drift together, but not like a mini turboless one. I could be hyping that up because maybe this missed it on their own, but I think that's probably intentional. Just because from how shallow that S curve was. So just to get the cornering type, that's what it seemed like to me anyway, seeing that. Also cool to see, you know, some bikes here still has some records overall as well. I wonder what the new console Mario Kart, what the gimmick is going to be. I've talked about this on stream a couple of times and with friends, but each new Mario Kart tends to have its own little gimmick or thing that they got going on to change. So I wonder what their angle is going to be for the new console Mario Kart. We've been waiting so long for a brand new console Mario Kart, so I wonder what the idea is going to be for them with Nintendo. Rubbing my hands together. Wonder what they're going to be doing here. But overall, this London Loop record is very clean. Nice cornering overall. Very precise. Can't tell any major mistakes. Job well done. GBA Boo Lake. Pi is up here once more. A low 59 second time. So, as per usual, I said this probably a million times, but let's see what this has in store for us here on 200cc. The background landscape is amazing on this track, by the way. So, using that beginning shroom here, getting the top speed. Pretty standard stuff. Ooh, I almost thought they're going to be cutting that whole strip off. Interesting. Wonder where the shroom is going to be used. Those are some cool tricks there. Do you just do the mud cut then when you land? Laps 2 and 3? Okay. Has anyone tried to like shroom in the air, land on the wall, and like main turbo off and cut that dirt patch? Right? Like, imagine with me for a second, right? Drift off here, shroom, land on the wall, and just hop off and do a shroomless. Maybe I'm overcomplicating that whole sequence. Maybe that's way slower. I don't know. But ending on the wall, that's a nice touch. Awesome, awesome stuff. Very clean record. But yeah, I wonder if anyone has experimented with that. My idea could be so dreadfully slower than what they actually do and just not practical at all. But who knows? Also, I will say this too. Like, sometimes it just takes like a fresh set of eyes to look at a game and try and break something and just like have new strats, you know? Super long story short, but I've been following speed running at large for probably like over 15 years or so. And I remember the 1,000-year door Paper Mario was not broken almost at all for a very long time. Even like the segmented speed runs, so speed demos archive back in 08, 09 or whatever, or 2007, where it was like a sub 7 hour time for any percent. And then a tasser named Chronicies, she would be breaking other games, and then she had her hands on 1,000-year door and started the category to try and break TTYD.
and started the pathway for breaking that game. So all I have to say, giant monologue, but sometimes it just takes a fresh set of eyes to look at something again for another game and to think, oh, why not do this or try this out or try this type of technique or whatever, you know? So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see if this track could have a new strategy on the wall or anything else like that. But overall, as it stands, that's an awesome run for sure. Rock Mountain, we have Grace once more. Let's see what we got here on this track for 200cc. I think, if I remember, for 150cc, maybe Grace had Moo Moo Meadows or was close to world record there. So good to see that, you know, other players we saw in the 150cc records are getting more world records now. Love to see it. Love to see it. So let's see what this track has in store. Nice little hop off the zipper. Looks like you're trying to avoid some of the downward slope. I wonder if with doing that, I wonder if this is the same case like in Mario Kart Wii where skipping downward slopes in a lot of circumstances can be faster overall. Also, what a glider strat is that? Let's go. Maybe not be motion glider, but it's a glider strat nonetheless, and we do a golf clap for that for sure. Absolutely. We definitely celebrate that. More glider strats, please. Thank you. But yeah, it's interesting what types of techniques are greatly different in Mario Kart games and what things stay constant. So again, I'm wondering, like, avoiding downward slopes for a lot of circumstances, is that actually faster for Deluxe? I wonder, or is that more of like a 200cc type of thing as opposed to 150cc? Because again, some type of techniques can really only be relevant to the engine class you're racing in for 150 or 200cc. So yeah, overall, very clean run. Can't pick out any flaws for now. Well done. Maple Treeway, my favorite track in any Mario Kart game. Vincent is here once more, 148, and let's take a look. Oh, I think Vincent had 150cc last year? No, maybe it's only 200cc that Vincent has had here for Maple Treeway. So, Shroom at the very beginning here. Pretty customary stuff for 200cc gameplay for a lot of these here. Maybe I've only seen 200cc once on this track. I really can't even remember anymore at this point. But let's see here. I also did time trial this a good amount for 150cc. I think I got like a high 222 or something like that, or a low 223 that I know of for 150cc Maple Treeway. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I've been talking now for I think over 3 hours so far in the recording. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this monster recording session here. And yeah, again, if you enjoy these types of videos, you would enjoy the last 150cc one I did for Deluxe. I plan on doing another one now for 2 years later for 150cc Deluxe. And you would definitely enjoy the 150cc ones I've done for probably the past 5 or 6 years for Mario Kart Wii. Same type of vibe. I'm even more granular in that game since that's my primary game, obviously, but still. I'll leave some more recommended stuff in the description and the pinned comment as well for you guys to check out. But yeah, just Maple Treeway is chef's kiss of a track, the perfect track for any Mario Kart. It just spoke to me right away as a casual in 2008 from Mario Kart Wii. And I love this refresh and little remake and overhaul that I did for this game too. And the name is fleeting me. Is it Actan? Yes, it is Actan. I was misspelling it in the search bar. I'll leave this link down below too, but they've done some awesome retexturing of tracks. And especially for Maple Treeway, like it 1,000,000% delivers. I think I actually even shouted them out last time in the 150cc reaction video, but like the retextures are so sick. So I'm going to share that in the description there as well. But overall, what an awesome 200cc record here as well. Look at this top 3 for Berlin Byways. 24 milliseconds of a difference separating top 3. and only 9 milliseconds for top 2. So let's see what Army has in store for us. I really hope also with the new Mario Kart, the new console Mario Kart, they adopt what CTGP did for Mario Kart Wii. They have a multi-ghost feature. That would be really cool because you can actually, I believe in Mario Kart Wii and CTGP, you can actually multi-ghost, I think up to 4 ghosts at one time, which is really useful, especially if you really don't understand where you're losing time in a time trial. Like, that's one of the biggest, like, speedrunning hacks for Mario Kart Wii time trial, because certainly there's some obvious visual glaring errors like in any Mario Kart game, but when you're comparing a ghost, like, you may think you did something pretty fast, but it could have been really slow. Also, that curve was sick. That has to be such a hard strat to have a shallow drift around the bus there and still charge the MT. That's a really nice strat. But again, as I was mentioning, like, when you multi-ghost compare, like, you can see granularly, like, what very small things you're doing wrong and what things maybe you did by accident that were actually faster overall. So yeah, with that in mind, I hope that Nintendo kind of has taken a notice to, you know, the community's efforts for cool things for the different Mario Karts in the past, and what would make their new Mario Kart game all that much better, you know? So I want online time trial, I want multi-ghost comparisons, I want a lot of things for time trials for the new Mario Kart, so we'll see what they end up doing for the new Mario Kart. But yeah, this whole record here has been very clean, a lot of very precise shallow drifts. I'm picking up on that too, because again, shallow drifts, getting out an MT into the next curve or next part of the track, very tricky things are going on here. I'm definitely picking up on that. So yeah, overall, very impressive run. Again, look at this. On Peach Gardens, only 24 milliseconds of a difference for top 2. So Army is here once more. I believe on the 150cc video that I did, I think it was Army 2 that had that at the time. Cool to see Army is back here as well for 200cc. And I remember, if you guys watched that original video almost 2 years ago, my mind was blown with the path switch that they made here, because I made myself have a complete blind watch through for a lot of the DLC as well that was coming out. I waited forever to actually do that video and have a genuine first reaction to a track that they put in, you know. But yeah, I totally lost my mind by the path switch. I got very confused, but yeah, I love this track and any of the games that have it, you know, DS natively, Mario Kart Wii, this game now. Really a nice track overall, very fun, and I think they did a really nice refresh for Peach Gardens here in this game. So yeah, everything is looking pretty standard here. This just looks like 150cc on 1.5x speed. I can't really tell any significant new strats. I wonder though, with the glider, do they do anything crazy here? Or is it just the same old tale as these other tracks with the uninspired glider strats? Let's see. Ooh, motion glider strats, let's freaking go! Nice, oh man, far and few between, nice. Oh man. But yeah, overall very clean. Ooh, nice little corner cut at the end. I would love to see they had a multi-ghost comparison of top 2 here. I wonder if Army was behind into the last hop there and you just cut a little bit more off before the finish line. That would be really cool to see for sure. Alberto is back once more. 117.9 on Merry Mountain. This is just so perfect for the timing now of the time of year in December. Right before Christmas time. It's after Thanksgiving now here in the US. So yeah, this is definitely a nice track to play for sure, because now it's almost Christmas time. Happy early happy holidays to everyone who is watching the videos, by the way. Appreciate everyone's support over the years, and more to come for sure. So happy holidays all, and a happy early new year to you, depending on when you're watching this video. Back to Merry Mountain here, just shredding up the slopes here. Ooh, oh, that's crazy. I don't think the Shroom was that busted on 150cc here. Probably you're cutting less of it because of 150cc probably. That was crazy. You cut like all that off. to my memory, I don't think you cut that much off on 150cc. I could totally be wrong, but again, look. Dang, you cut so much off there. That's insane. Wow. And also, just chaining those main turbo drifts down the slope looks like it's really satisfying to pull off for sure. That's awesome. Also, I just have many millions of different thoughts on just watching all these times here, but with the whole, you know, character rebalancing and vehicles or whatever, did any like character slash combo? What the hell just happened? Forget everything out. Wait, no, actually, no. I'm going to say what I was going to say before as we're anticipating watching that again. Because what in the world happened? What? Okay. As we wait, audience, let me reframe. With all the DLC and the character rebalancing and vehicles and what have you, has there been any character and or combo that originally wasn't viable that's viable now that you really like? Because maybe you had your favorite characters, you know, what these weren't viable whatsoever. And did that change with the DLC? Let me know. As we're waiting for lap 3 here, because again, that was stupid. What even happened there? Another hope I have for the next console Mario Kart is that you could customize stats, or at least have it where you can choose any character that you want, but it could be the fastest viable character and combo for the track. Like, I would love to use like King Boo for time trial, or like Wario or DK or anyone else as the fastest combo, or even Baby Mario as has the fastest thing, you know? I don't know how likely that is, but that's my hope. All right, so what the hell is happening here? Let's see. What even is that? What? Like you're going straight, but then just sends you off. What is... What? Hello? My head hurts. Okay, I have an idea. If I were to guess, is it that you're still in Motion Glider, you trick off the last ramp, you undo the Motion Glider or motion control, and for some reason if you undo motion control off that type of trick, it just slingshots you in the direction of your drift? Maybe? That could totally be off. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm confused. My head hurts. But also I'm amazed. Next track. 3DS, Rainbow Road. Low 109, 378 by Technical back up to bat. 3DS RR. Let's see what 200cc has in store for us here. Just look at the background of this track, man. Looks crazy. This is Mario Kart, ladies and gentlemen. And what to mention here? Almost 2025. This is a far stretch from what I grew up with Super Mario Kart back in the early days of my childhood, you know? Oh, man. This is still definitely one of my favorite remakes that they did. Also, those tricks look absolutely insane on the upward slope. Jeez, man. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, almost off the track. Love to see it. Nice, nice, nice. Speaking of glitches, wasn't there like a major glitch here a while ago where they patched it out? Nice. Nice. Let's go. Love to see it. I think maybe that was to a smaller extent possible on 150cc, maybe? I think. Potentially. But wasn't there some type of like glitch that was here a while ago? Wait, whoa, that was crazy. Did you see that? They chained all of the rings with the drifts. Oh, ending a time trial in style as well. Technical has it all in this time trials, ladies and gentlemen. Very impressive. Technical is back again for Amsterdam Drift. We're in the final 6 cups of this 24 more tracks to go. So probably like another hour or so, give or take, for the video. It's probably gonna be at least like a 3-hour video or something, or 4 hours maybe. I have no idea after editing everything. So let's see what happens here on Amsterdam Drift here. Looking very crazy right now. It's just funny how, like, depending how certain tracks are scaled. And whoa! Oh, that's sick. That's an awesome cut. Let's go. Depending on how certain tracks are scaled and what the relative terrain is around it, it can make 200cc feel even more exaggerated, right? Because if everything is farther apart and you're going at 200cc, yeah, it feels faster, but you need the perspective and relativeness to what's in your surroundings from how close everything is. But yeah, all that in mind, nice cheeky little grass cut there. I see that. Nice, nice, nice. What else we got here? Let's see. Nice. Okay. Ooh, chaining the two grass cuts together. I'm like, what's the purpose of going the first one without streaming right away? Well, that was why. Very nice. We have Mirai here for Riverside Park. Almost a 101 here. I really enjoy this track. So let's see what can be done on 200cc here. Yoshi is back up to bat here. Pipe frame. Let's go. Locked in on Riverside Park. Ooh, shroomless. Okay. Nice. I wonder, is the shroom just around the bend here? Nice. Ooh, purple MT around the bend too. Nice. Okay. Oh my god, that has to be so satisfying, us launching that purple MT up there. Oh, that's so sick. The fact that the MT and the boost, like your speed, it lasts that long around the grass there. Also looks like they're braking enough in the off-road. That way they're charging the purple MT, but also not hitting the opposing wall on the opposite side. Like, look at this again, lap 3. Look at how long they wait in the dirt before shrooming. Check this out. So I noticed this. Look at how long they wait. Also, you barely pixel the piranha. Wow, nice. But yeah, if you're to just like brake slightly in the off-road and then shroom, you're probably still gonna go too far wide. But if you notice there, like, they waited enough to break their speed in the off-road, but not enough where they have too much of a time loss where they're losing their drift entirely. So that's really nice control of doing that strat. Probably one of the more challenging things to get right here on this track, I would suspect. But yeah, if you're to shroom too early there, you're going to the grass on the opposite side of that. But yeah, overall, that was a really nice run. DK Summit, a crowd favorite, barely a 130.995 by technical with our boy Funky Kong back on top. I'm very excited to see what happens here on DK Summit. I've seen the 150cc records here, but I'm definitely out of touch for what 200cc is going to bring us here on the summit. Definitely a crowd favorite here. This, Coconut Mall, any Rainbow Road, typically more the crowd favorites for people in general for Mario Kart. So let's see here. Nice. What's the cut look like? Ooh, nice. Okay, let's go. Nice. So I believe on 150cc, you rock your drift off that first lip to do the second chasm cut. Oh, look at that. I love it. Oh, dude. Anytime the cart angle is just so exaggerated that way, I love it. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Look at this. Brake. Oh, man, you barely make that. That's awesome. Let's go, dude. Incredible. I can already tell, like, this has to be one of the hardest time trials on 200cc. I can already tell. Doing the double like that on 200cc has to be the most annoying thing ever. Like, I'm assuming you have to brake just enough, thread a needle here, barely go over, release the MT, and you're landing there. Like,
categorically, I'm sure like 7-8 things can go wrong at the very least on that. I'm pretty sure. So barely getting out that nice crispy sub 131 for the 139.95. Very impressive. Yoshi's Island low 125 technically by Bruh. So let's see what Bruh has for us on Yoshi's Island here. By far, hands down, one of my favorite tracks in any Mario Kart game. People know me for a long time on my streams, and just reminiscing on old retro games. Yoshi's Island is one of my favorite SNES games and one of my favorite games overall, especially for the music from the game too. And they had so many Easter eggs and theming on this track that I also waited for my first genuine reaction for this track, and this threw me for the biggest loop on the 150cc reaction, because it was so I had no spoilers at all. In the Ghost replay, there was no bridge. Nintendo, tell me, did you watch my video? Because that was like, dude, oh my god. Because the bridge wasn't there in the replay. Like, it's just drifting on air, you know? So, yeah, like, in any event, I digress. Just relishing here and how much I love this track, but that shroom is tricky for sure, even on 150 when I've tried it too, because the angle is just so, like, it's just shallow up, but then it just goes sharp at the end, and to not crash when you're exiting that tube is pretty tricky. But yeah, that seems like a very fun time trial on this track for 200cc, so I also look forward to having my own time trials here in 200cc eventually. But overall for now, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's racing it, on brand. I'm here for it. Love it. We have Bangkok Rush here, a 112.901, and this is by Zay. So I've been looking at the names here on the WR page to make sure I shout out everyone properly here. So I've also time trialed this as well on 150cc. So I wonder what's going to be different here on 200cc. So of course, streaming at the beginning here, as a lot of these have been on 200cc so far. And let's see what else we got cooking here for 200cc strats. This track is really cool. I just love the theming that they have for this track overall. I think it plays really nice too, at least for me personally. So yeah, looking pretty tame here so far. Just a very fast time trial. Being on 200cc for this is a one gradual curve here. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That was cool. All right. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's sick. That's awesome. That was a really cool sequence there. Let's go. Nice. Anything else we're cooking up here? One giant gradual curve. Let's go. Getting the purple MT out there. It's wild how long a purple MT lasts, by the way. Nice controller with brake drifting there as well. Nice. Ooh, top route there. Let's go. Nice. Down the stairs. Gotta make it to the finish line. Let's go. Very clean run. DS Mario Circuit. We have Miguel here with a mid 110 here. So let's see what we got in store here on this track. And as I mentioned with a lot of these, but I think all the remakes that they made for the retros and DLC is really, really nice. I know people felt one way about maybe just the color palette was a bit too basic. They did spend a lot of time on texturing of things, which again, I really enjoyed the HD texture remakes of tracks that I shared before that people have done. But I don't know, I feel like it still kind of fits the game still, to be honest. And again, you know, if they went out of the way to do this, but still put more of their time, effort, and resources, oh, that's a nice corner cut, to put that towards making the new console Mario Kart, then I'm all for it, you know? Because I don't know about all you guys, but I've been just dying for the new console Mario Kart, man. Like, it's been far too long. And again, they're going to announce a new console next year. I think it's the 40th anniversary of Mario.
having a new Mario Kart to market their new console, all those things make plenty of sense to me. So I'll be extremely surprised if they announce a new console next year, the year of Mario 40 years, and not a new console Mario Kart. But in any event, though, I digress. That was a really awesome DS Mario Circuit run. I just love all the small little corner cuts they're able to do, just taking in 200cc to their advantage overall. I've also done some time trials here at 150cc, not too intently yet, but I did it a little bit. And honestly, this looks like a more fun time trial on 200cc, honestly, just watching this back. Especially just for this here in the middle, like that just looks so satisfying to do to cut that much off of the track. But I think this whole ending bend here has to be one of the hardest parts of the track, at least on 200cc by my eye. But yeah, overall, Miguel did an awesome job here. Well done. So I know a turn skip started to be a thing here on Waluigi Stadium. This is by Genzua, a 124.9. I think it's almost half a second of a lead over second place, so very impressive. But I think turn skip started to be a thing on 150cc, I think. I don't know if that's 3 for 3 yet, or it's like a 2 for 3 or 1 for 3 or what have you. But I wonder what's different on 200cc, because this already seemed like just a very, very hard time trial for 150cc. You going here? What? Huh? Is that for the coins? Wait. I'm confused. Would a turn skip would not be free on 200 unless the speed you're having out of the turn skip would be too much to handle. But is it just for the coins lap one? Tell me. Oh, intuition? Is there a turn skip on 200cc? Let's see. No turn skip! What? Huh? No. Nuh-uh. Really? Alright, well, maybe my guess is right then. Maybe if you do turn skip, you just can't control enough on the back end when you get out of it and then the mount section after. Like, do you do a lap 3? Potential? Turn skip? Aw. Man. Or is it a case where the out of bounds boundary for this ramp, it meets with the turn skip and then you get counted out of bounds? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I'm missing here, possibly. But in any event, though, this is such a sick time trial. I love that they brought back this track for Deluxe. I was hoping for at least this track in Dry Dry Ruins, but at least they brought back this track. So this track definitely delivers for sure. But yeah, overall, very nice record. We have Singapore Speedway here, and we have a mid 120 here by Alberto. And I think there was, isn't there one big glider section here? You can tell I'm fiending for some glider strats, as you guys have picked up on probably watching this entire video so far. So yeah, let's see what we have here on Singapore, shall we, for 200cc. And again, this is probably easily over 3 hours now in the video, I'm thinking. Whoa, that was cool. Streaming in the tilted state there. Oh, that's epic. That's awesome. Sure, it's been over 3 hours so far. I'm very tired doing all this talking here, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this as much as you enjoyed the 150cc one that I did. I'm pretty sure it was 2 years ago now, and I plan on doing that again to see what has changed the past 2 years since I've last watched that. And yeah, definitely drop a like here, get subscribed. More content on the way, especially doing some more of my own deluxe gameplay too. It's also so funny how 200cc is so fast that going on the opposite way conveyor there, this doesn't even matter. Just taking it as tight as possible is so faster. What in the world is going on with these giant jolting strats? I'm tongue-tied. I can't talk anymore. What is that technique? I'm so lost. What? Oh man, dude. I started recording like near like 1:45 p.m. my time. It's near 7 p.m. now, so it's been a long time. But yeah, that
That technique is insane. I want to know what in the world is happening with that, to be honest. Athens Dash here by Bruh, a mid 110. And I was thinking from the last track, and if I were to speculate, maybe it's a similar strat that's done on Electrodrome, just on a less severe level. At least like on that track, I guess it makes sense because the whole invisible barriers are there. I think I watched an explanation one time for Electrodrome because I think that's on 150cc as well. But it's kind of tripping me out why they can do it on 200cc, but on like a normal standard ramp with nothing else around it. So we shall see. Glider strats, let's go. Nice, nice. Oh man, I think if he will take away just one thing from this giant video, is that glider strats. It's like my favorite thing. Anyway, let's see what else we got cooking here. Pretty good stuff here so far. Almost slapped into that Goomba there. Ay ay ay. All right. Lap 3, where's the sauce here for 200cc Athens Dash? Let's see. Any corner cuts? I'm surprised you can't go on that wall actually and drift around it. Maybe people have tried before, but... Ooh, we cut off some of that grass? Okay. Okay. Using 200cc to your advantage here. Nice, nice, nice. Nice propelled jumps there and tricks there. Very nice. Overall, awesome run. The Daisy Cruiser now by Army. And thinking about it, maybe the middle part of the run might be a little bit dicey for 200cc. That is my my speculation here. Isn't this called the Vermint, right? This vehicle, right? Let's see. Daisy Cruiser. Yeah, the Varmint. Okay. Interesting. This was on a couple of tracks now. I think, wasn't the first track, was it Shroom Ridge, I think we had this too, right? Maybe one or two others here. Yeah, like these curves here, especially that, oh my gosh, that has to be hard. Like, from where the left wall was, and then the wall where the exit pipe comes from, that, I don't think that's perfectly parallel. So like that very shallow cutting of the drift there has to be very tricky, especially going this fast on 200cc. Let's watch this again. Yeah, it looks like they're not perfectly like parallel to each other, so kind of throwing a needle there with that MT, I think it's a little bit tricky. Again, it could be the most basic thing. I have no idea. I have not attempted 200cc time trial as of yet on this track, but it's just me speculating here. Let's see. Yeah, like you're rechaining the drift up there. That I don't know. If you're dead even like on your angle on this, I guess it's a bit more simple, but unless you find that that angle there, you're probably not having a good time there, you know. But yeah, that's a really clean run overall. Moonview Highway, a classic. We have a mid 111 here by Matt. Let's go, Matt. Another new player on the board here. And yeah, classic from Mario Kart Wii, Moonview Highway, Funky Kong on brand. Let's go. Nice. So, Shroom at the start. I'm not surprised by that. Getting all the coins. Ooh, going on the top route there. Cool. Okay. So I'm assuming just go as fast as possible in a straight line. No major drifts. Just go at max speed if at all possible. Oh my god, that was so close with the bomb car. Jeez. Also, I've noticed this now a good enough times to want to ask a question. So, the very tiny little like wall hits people are doing, I'm assuming sometimes maybe that's not super intentional, but it's happened enough where I want to ask, are the little wall hits significant, on purpose, not a lot to think about? Does it actually give you like a little boost? Because I'm thinking in most scenarios, if I were to guess, I could be wrong, but like I know like on Baby Park, like you purposely hit the wall to articulate your angle to cut around the curve. But I wonder if it has any more nuance beyond that in situations. So educate me. I'm very curious. Let me know. Definitely want to learn here. But yeah, dipping and diving here. A Moonview Highway, a 200cc, very clean run. Squeaky clean sprint, and saying that track every time is just the most hilarious thing. This might be one of the funniest tracks that Nintendo has ever made. I probably made that exact same comment last time, but it has to be said again. Like this track, just the concept is actually hilarious. This is by Bruh once more. So we got the Streetle back on the Mario Kart 8 200cc Deluxe Streets. So let's see what strats we got cooking here, fellas. Let's see. Anything crazy on this track? I'm curious. Let's see. Also, I've raced this track a good number of times now, 150cc, and that part with the fan feels really weird. More glider strats on the faucet. Let's freaking go. Let's go. More claps. Glider strats. I'm here for it. Let's go. But yeah, I tried playing 150cc here a couple of times at this point, and drifting around this fan here is always a bit sketch, to be honest. Using the Shroom there lap 2. That's interesting. I thought I saw something weird lap 1. Are they getting a boost there when they land from that? Because I don't think I saw a trick. I could be totally wrong. But I wonder if you're getting a boost from that. Because I think that's more than just 200cc at play there. Yeah, they've got a boost there, and the trick. But look. Yoshi is just waving to the camera. Like, what? There's no boost panel there, right? They're not tricking again. Am I missing something? Have I just been reacting for too long? Is it when you already get a trick from that, but when you land, you also get a little mini boost again? I totally forget. I've been reacting like for over 4 hours now. My brain is fried. Look at this top 10 here, fellas. Overall, very close. And for top 2, it's only by 28 milliseconds. Very nice stuff. So let's see what we got cooking here. This is once more by Alberto. Just had to check there as well. And let's see what's cooking here on LA. I just got back from LA. I'm recording this on November 30th rather. Went to Joshua Tree for the first time. That was awesome. I posted some photos on my Instagram and Meet5 as well. You guys can check that out. And that was such a fun treat there, going there as well. So I'm hoping to go back out there soon one day. But yeah, here we go. This track is looking pretty tame for now from what's to be expected here. I've also done some time trials here in 150cc, but not in 200cc. So let's see what's happening here in 200cc at the end of this track here. Let's see. Ooh, you launched pretty far in that. That's cool. Okay. Let's see what else. What else? Left path. Okay. Around the curve. Oh, okay. Okay, a little bit more off there. Nice. I'm telling you, these shallow drifts, like, I think they're overlooked from how difficult they can be. At least in my opinion, anyway. Yeah, looks like a pretty standard, strong run overall for the LA track. Well done. So as we saw previously in the video looking at the WR site, we have a tie on 200cc. That is awesome. So I may have had one tie on the 150cc video, I'm pretty sure. So out of respect for both players, Panda and Pi, we're going to watch both of them in this, give them both their proper screen time because they are both the WR. This is the perfect case scenario if Deluxe Nintendo made a multi-ghost feature where we could actually showcase both at the exact same time. But alas, we're going to watch both together here, fellas. And I've always thought just the notion of ties for Mario Kart Time Trial was really cool. Mentioned a couple of times, but for those that may be newer to my channel here, I am primarily a Mario Kart Wii player, veteran of that game. I've done a lot in that game, just to put it short. And with that in mind, I've been around since the very beginning of that game too, since 2008. And there's been a lot of cool ties there in the past.
And shout outs to old video recorders, both Mindscarp and Mander, where I believe both of them would also make a split screen for ties before. At the very least, Mindscarp did. And it was like a crowd event way back in the day with a tie. To see where like people lost time or gained time and how they tied the time, you know what I mean? So yeah, ties overall have just been really cool. And I hope that in the new console Mario Kart, they actually go out of the way to have like a multi-ghost comparison feature, because I think that would be really cool, especially in the case like this. Or, you know, they can make an exception to coding the game where they can actually tell when there is actually a, wait, why is it? Oh, here we go. Here's Pie's time. Cooked. Oh, man. Anyway. But yeah, maybe they can make an exception to the coding in the game where it's like, it'll detect a world record tie, you know? Also, too, like, I wish that they would adopt, Mario Kart Wii's leaderboard. Like, I feel like they made a lot of nice quality of life upgrades for the time trial leaderboards in this game, but I think just leaving the top the leaderboards regionals and worldwide like top 10s, like only top 10s, just makes it feel way more exclusive and grand. That's why Mario Kart Wii felt so special and unique with the official Nintendo worldwide top 10s, because it was only regional top 10s and worldwide top 10s, and you want to see beyond 10th place. So it was very like exclusive, and it felt more grand to meet that accomplishment. But I love that in this game you can scroll down and download any ghost that you want. That was humongous when this game had this. So I wish that they would have like a little hybrid of both. But yeah, and they also have like a friend top 10 as well in Mario Kart Wii, which was actually really fun to do. They also had a feature in Mario Kart Wii where you could actually have like, it was like a rival challenge. I forgot the exact name for it at this point, it's fleeting me, but I think it would send you a ghost relative to your personal best from any player in the world, one try and beat it. And it will keep an internal record of what your win-loss record was for one trying a track and beating any rival challenge time. And I think that'll also be another cool thing they could bring back for time trials too for a new console Mario Kart. So yeah, I'm just kind of in my dream state right now for what the new Mario Kart is going to bring us time trialers here. But yeah, overall, got to give the proper screen time to both Panda and Pi for their respective tie here on Sunset Wilds. Got the pipe frame back here, the very precise turns here as well, not getting too much slowed down on the off-road here, and still going fast enough to take that Shroomless too, which is actually really cool. And again, very clever drifting and boosting to skip that last ramp there as well. I believe it was Bowser's Castle too, where they skip one of the ramps entirely as well. So just using 200cc raw speed to your advantage and still being very precise. Like, I'm sure if you scuff up that Mega Turbo boosting trick, you're not actually skipping that last ramp over here. So yeah, very impressive overall here by both Panda and Pi. So job well done, and we'll see if we get the 106 there in the future. We got classic Koopa Cape here, barely the 124 by Alberto, and I maybe watched maybe 2 or 3 200cc records in the past when this first came out for Koopa Cape, but I don't know what exactly has changed. So let's see. We got a Biddy Buggy here. Orange Yoshi, let's go. And any shroomless grass stuff going on here? Yes, nice, okay. Let's see. Nice, nice. Oh, just cut off half the track, why not? Let's go, nice. Also, the pipe section here on 200cc just feels so nerve-wracking. Whoa! Okay. I'm pretty sure that was a wall hit on the pipe to change the angle and to take that last turn. Because I'm pretty sure I was aware about how you could go through that shroomless at the end there with the waterfall. Way more forgiving than Mario Kart Wii's, I'll tell you, because if you hit like a pixel of that in Mario Kart Wii, you're toast, you're cooked, you know? But look at that.
Like, it's not even there. That's so satisfying as a Mario Kart Wii player, but also frustrating as a Mario Kart Wii player. Because again, plenty of times in time travel, also worldwide, where if you barely hit the water there on lap 3 at the end, you're super cooked. You're just drowning, floundering in the water. But yeah, this just looks like just high octane gameplay. Or to summarize that description for any track, that's what this is right here. Vancouver Velocity, we have Vincent here, a 123.8. And I also enjoy this track. I think this track is very nicely themed. So I wonder what's different here from 150cc compared to 200cc. Yeah, I think just the theming of this track is really, really cool. I like this track right from the start when it first came out. So also got have shouts to King Boo as well, one of my favorite Nintendo characters. And yeah, it wasn't King Boo, but I liked how Boo was a playable character in Mario Golf. And I think, isn't Boo also a playable character in the Mario Tennis games, I'm pretty sure? But yeah, like, I would love to have, like, just make my own custom stats, have King Boo as the best character for a time trial, because I love King Boo and DK and a bunch of other characters too. I digress. Anyway, oh, interesting. I think, but on that grass patch, I think that was a shroom spot for 150cc. Could be wrong, but I think I remember that being a shroom strat though, 150cc. Where's the final shroom going to be used? Because I'm pretty sure I have time trialed this before. I guess that curve makes sense, but I think I've definitely time trialed this track before on 150cc. It's been a while, but I've definitely TT'd this track before, 100% on 150cc. Just honking the horn to the finish line, celebrating your brand new world record. Gotta love it. We have Rome Avanti here. Alberto is up to bat once more. A nice crisp 113.929 here on Rome. See what you got here, man. Let's see. We're in the last, how many? Ooh, the final 8. Oh my gosh. I'm ready to eat a meal after this, fellas. It's been like 4 or 5 hours at least at this point. Actually, no, it hasn't been 5 hours now, collectively. Only had one break to make a tea. Apart from that, no breaks. So straight reactions here. Oh man. But yeah, here we go. Pipe frame once more. That's a nice shroom. Birdo once more. Ooh, nice. Nice trick here. Nice corner cut. Can definitely appreciate that. I love the theming on this track. Looks really cool. For sure. Nice. Let's see. Where's the final shroom gonna be used on this track? It's like cutting over the corner of the wall a little bit. Nice. Okay. Lap 3, what you got for us here, Alberto? Glider strats, let's go! That was like 0.015 of a second, but still, a moment in time nonetheless, fellas. What a time to be alive, more glider strats, nice. Where's the shroom gonna be? Alright. Just as standard, that's the first shroom. I think that was the first shroom strat too, I think, overall. What a nice crispy sub 114, job well done. DK Mountain, we have Zay up to bat here. Also, those numbers are awesome. 144114, right? Hold on. Where's my thing? Yeah, 144114. I love those digits. Looks so flush and clean. That's awesome. Of course, no stranger to DK Mountain. Shroom at the beginning here. Makes total sense. Would they use a shroom after this cannon though, with this first curve? Probably not, right? Surely not. Maybe the shroom is elsewhere laps 2 and 3, I would suspect. That's a nice shortcut there, very nice. How are you gonna do this here? Ooh, in between the barrels. Oh, they have to brake drift so much for that. Oh man, dude. That has to be so annoying. Oh my gosh. Man. Jeez. Okay. Do they actually shroom on the first curve here after the cannon? With how the first curve is, do they actually do it? They do. Oh, actually, all right, you have way more time than what I thought it was. Okay, that's okay. Also, dude, the visuals they made for DK Mountain, they did a really nice job remaking this track too, for sure, along with all the others. But they gave this track a lot of nice love for sure. Still have the corner cut in there over the chasm. That's good. Very nice. Nice some banana trees there. Very on brand for DK Mountain for sure. So let's see here. Anything different on lap 3? Also, small detail, but they're generally entering the cannon laps 2 and 3. I noticed more towards the middle. If you're to enter the cannon all in the right hand side and trim and do that curve, you're probably going to be getting airtime and not taking the corner properly. So again, also just your position will matter into a cannon sometimes, depending on what strat that you're going for. Especially if there's like an immediate first turn after that point. So yeah, just small little things to pick up on here and there. But yeah, overall, that's a very nice time here on 200cc and DK Mountain. Another very close top 10 to show here as well on Daisy Circuit. Only 22 milliseconds between Army and Technical here. And everyone else is very close here as well. So love to see it, absolutely. Almost a 115. Don't think I've seen 200cc here. I don't think so. Only 150cc. If I didn't anticipate anything, this has to be just nuts on 200cc for the ending especially. Sure with the start? Okay. Let's see here. What's the coins track going to be? Also wonder if the cut is going to be faster enough for 200cc. I forget, is the cut even faster on 150cc? I really forget at this point. I'm pretty sure that's been almost 2 years now since I've done that video. Actually, no, 2.5 years, I think, now that I really think about it. Also, that curve is very hard for 200cc. I can already tell. I'm surprised they even go for that. But of course, it's the world-class players here doing that. Oh, glider strats, glider strats. Let's freaking go, glider strats. Yes. Oh, man, let's freaking go. Anyway, yeah. I think it was May 2022 is when I did the 150cc reaction to World Records in this game. But yeah, doing that last curve there on 200cc has to be so annoying to do. Because that's just... Dude, I'm surprised they even go for that still. Like, that's tricky to do on 200cc Mario Kart Wii, let alone this game. Oh my gosh. Let's look at this again. Look at that. Jeez, that is... That has to be the hardest turn of the whole track for this time trial on Daisy Circuit. Very impressive and greatly job well done. Piranha Plant Cove, we have a 123.7 by Bruh once more. See what we got cooking here as well. And oh my gosh, it's been, fellas, hope you've enjoyed this video so far. Maybe a couple lunch breaks, just chilling out, having some snacks and drinks. I definitely need a dinner at this point. I am very hungry now. I'm holding out for 4 more tracks here. These corner cuts are awesome so far. Let's go. I just love the theming of this track. And the overall skybox, is the whole theming here is just so cool, man. Incredible. Look at this. Look at that. That's so cool. Incredible. I'm wondering too, with the new console Mario Kart when it eventually comes out, how many tracks are they gonna bring from other games? Like, that's an awesome cut. Corner cut as well. Ooh, more Shroom strats as well, and more Shroom strats again. Like, at how many courses do you think they would realistically want to have in a new Mario Kart? Because I've wondered about a Mario Kart maker. I talked about this on stream and videos for years now, but doesn't it seem like the greatest feasibility or something that Nintendo would actually do for Mario Kart, from what a lot of people have actually chimed in on in the past. But like realistically though, like how many tracks would they bring over? How many originals would they make? I don't know. What would they do? I'm very curious. Like, what's the gimmick going to be? How are they going to try and get people to play the game? I'm very curious. But for now, this is an awesome run here
Let's close out the final 4 tracks. We have another tie, this time on Madrid Drive, with Alberto and Army, the iconic duo. And once more, just as on Sunset Wilds, we're going to give both of them their proper screen time and credits, because they both have WR. So let's give them their proper credits, shall we? And let's see what we got cooking, as per usual, on the deluxe streets. Using a shroom at the very start here. Makes total sense. Let's see what else we got cooking here. Oh my god. All the toads just don't care whatsoever. They're gonna have their tea and coffee and treats there on the outside in Madrid. It's watching Luigi tear up the racetrack. Let's go. Let's see. It's just such a shame though that they don't have a multi-ghost feature for this game. Like, I would love nothing more than to have like CT and GP's multi-ghost feature right now to show you guys the comparison of both Army and Alberto here, because that'd be really cool to do. But it's looking really nice right now. More glider strats. Whoa, let's go! Nice. That's a pretty cool strat. Heck yeah, let's go. That's clean. Alrighty, lap 3 here, Shroomless, tearing it up. Nice. Nice cornering here. Can't do anything Shroomless there with that part of grass. Nice tricks here over the fence. Nice. Oh my gosh, a soccer ball, so close. Oh my gosh. And the finish line, very impressive stuff. How does this happen? So on Sunset Wilds, both the WRs were stacked on top of each other. Look how far away. This makes no sense. Look at the graph. In what world is this both the same 122.371? Hello? What? Oh my gosh, man. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Guys, you guys have enjoyed this seriously. Thank you for watching all of this. We're in the final cup now, watching all this here. And I look forward to doing my own timesheet video for this game. As mentioned earlier on in the video, early next year, January, February, I'll have that finished, and I'm going to go through my 150cc timesheet. And, you know, it's just me kind of going through my PBs, kind of my more favorite tracks, what I'm kind of stuck on, what my goals are going to be, things like that. I actually just released my updated timesheet video for Mario Kart Wii. If you like these types of just laid back kind of commentary style videos, you'll definitely enjoy that too. So I have a bunch of different referred videos in the description and pinned comment below to get you guys more invested into some more time trial content. So yeah, I love the time trial speedrunning endeavor. That's been my call to action for Mario Kart Wii most of all, and other Mario Kart games in the past on the players page. And I want to still learn this game to a competent level. And as mentioned earlier on, I have a more grander goal for Mario Kart Time Trial. That'll come much later on. It's going to be a pretty cool concept, I think. Pretty interesting, but it won't be coming for quite a while. But for now, though, both of these world record times are incredible. And ties are really, really cool. So overall, shout outs to both Alberto and Army for their respective WRs here. Rosalina's Ice World with almost a 124 by Alberto. I'm curious to see, because I think most of this has to be tricky for 200cc in particular. So let's see what we got on the board here, fellas. Another instant shroom on this one. Like, how does this section go? A giant cakewalk. I can't. I thought it was going to be the most complicated thing ever, but clearly not. Going bottom path for the coins. Nice. I'm curious to see if the bottom path is still faster for laps 2 and 3 without getting the coins for those laps. Let's see. No ramp at all. Lots of ramp skips on 200cc at this point. Going through over 90 tracks now at this point here. All right, top route or bottom route? Let's see. Ooh, top route. Okay. Okay. Nice. Let's see. And got both. Oh, maybe use the mushrooms at the ramp on laps 2 and 3. Maybe has to be right. Okay. All right. Standard Mario Kart intuition. Pass by a ramp lap 1. You use your shroom for the beginning. Don't do a shroomless. Laps 2 and 3. Probably it's a shroom. Checks out. Checks out for sure. Alrighty. Things looking pretty nice and crisp here. Once more for Alberto. Taking down Rosalina's Ice World using Rosa. Very on brand as well. Gotta love it. Overall, very clean run. SNES Bowser Castle 3. This is by Army. Berto once more is here to play on the racetrack. The final 2 tracks in the video. Let's go, fellas. And this track is absolutely sick. Like, this is probably one of the best remakes they've ever made. Like, this is such an amazing track. So, let's see what's going to be here on this track. And, I will say, too, this is now in Retro Rewind and Mario Kart Wii. And the shortcut in that game is so satisfying to pull off. It plays really well in that game. Definitely delivers for sure. Ooh! Ooh! That's a cool cut. Nice! Okay. That's epic. Ooh, okay. Taking it around the bend. It would be insane if, like, the cut was possible in this game that's done in Mario Kart Wii. But, yeah. This beginning cut here was cool. Are you going to do it again? Oh, that's awesome. I'm sure if you barely messed that up, you're falling off the track and raging and crying and screaming that you failed your time trial for the 5,000th time that just has any time trial has done in the past, you know? Woo! Oh, man. But in any event, that was a really cool time. A lot of really cool strats on that track for sure. So I definitely look forward to actually time trying that on 200cc as well down the line. Final track, Wii Rainbow Road. And look at this top 2 only by 15 milliseconds dividing the top 2. At the top of Rainbow Road, who's at the top of this current moment right now is Technical once more. Let's go. And let's see what the classic Wii Rainbow Road has in store for us on the 200cc streets. And this is the last track in this video. I want to first thank you all so much for taking your time to watch this here. This was so much fun. I look forward to eventually doing all 200cc time trials in this game. But first got the cut here. Let's go. The classic cut. If I were to assume they might shroom here on laps 2 and 3, seems pretty practical to me. Ooh! Oh, that's awesome. That's so satisfying. Let's freaking go. Oh man, that's epic, dude. That's so satisfying. I wish it was that open-ended for the Wii version, honestly. Man, this is really impressive so far. But yeah, gonna get my 150cc timesheet into a decent spot for me and do a timesheet video for this game. And maybe eventually a full 200cc timesheet video. That would be really fun to do. And as per usual, as expected, after a cannon, do that. Also, the fact that you can trick in that gap, that's totally an intended method, so that's really cool. But just so hyped that they brought back this track to Deluxe as well. This might be arguably, I mean, any Rainbow Road is probably the most popular track in any Mario Kart, but I think Wii Rainbow Road, out of most of the others, almost takes the cake overall, I think. This track is amazing in Mario Kart Wii, one of my personal favorites out of any Mario Kart game as well. And this really delivers here as well for Deluxe. But yeah, guys, more to come. Get subscribed here, like the video. Definitely has to push out the video more and support the channel. But that's all from me for this day. But a lot more time trial content is on the way, I assure you. Different series that are ongoing and will be starting as well down the line. So get subscribed here. More on the way. Be good to yourselves. Have a nice, healthy, and happy new year for us all. And those that are time trialing any Mario Kart, best of luck on the PB grinds. I have my own PB grinds as well, and different Mario Karts. And just overall speedrunning endeavors that you got as well in any just any speed game that you're doing right now, whether it's ILs like this for Mario Kart or longer form speedruns. I love the speedrunning community at large. So yeah, here's to more PBs and smashing our goals into the next year. Thank you so much. Take care.